You
Okay,
caught
go.
Dane off guard.
Right.
Jesus Christ, Dane, you can't talk about that kind of thing.
God damn it, Daniel! How do you come up with that stuff? What are you talking about? An Obama swing set? Jesus Christ, dude!
God damn it.
That one bit about the child, though, has me really scared.
I
probably
have
get that
no
looked at.
idea. I can't believe he's a father of two. CPS would be embarrassed.
Not on alert, just embarrassed.
Embarrassed that they hadn't caught him yet, maybe.
Anyway, we
I
broke
came
out
for
of
this bit.
prison.
Okay, but can we talk about D&D as well?
Right. Wait. We got out of prison. We took all the placemats, or the welcome mats.
Oh yeah.
I lit everything on fire, but conveniently forgot that we did leave someone there. Like, he personally locked himself back in his cell. Whatever.
He'll be fine.
His fault. We still don't know who Buddy is. We took a cart down to Uzviki to meet up with the Resistance. I don't know what we want to call them. It's people who are relatively safe against the Boomies, Theocracy. Hold on, I got this guy's name now. Rizzo.
The wizard from the Black Token Society.
Yeah, Rizzo. Did we make it to that camp?
Nope, you were
I don't think so.
just left.
Okay, but we know that's where we're going. We're going down south to Uzviki to meet up with this place where we can lie low. Grandma killed a lot of people.
My name's not Grandma.
And she had no remorse.
For some people in this session,
yeah.
specifically Kai, he is not aware of her existence.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the people that we broke out of prison was Obachan, and she is really good with a crossbow. She murked lots of people.
Basically, a random old lady NPC kept rolling nat 20s.
Yep.
She is now an official NPC.
This was not plot armor. She just murdered people.
She never got hit, and she just hit really hard.
Literally, one of the other random NPCs just acted as a bolt carrier for her to keep feeding her ammunition.
What was the old lady's name?
We don't know.
Missy.
Missy?
Okay.
Yep, she kept calling herself Missy, so that is her name.
Sounds good. What's this bucket? Are you went back to the guy who refused to leave and forced him to eat day-old cold oatmeal?
And then stole his shoes.
Stole his shoes.
Just for the hell of it.
We have a shit ton of paper. Like, basically, anytime we saw stacks of paper, we took it.
So and I'm rich.
So we
Yeah, we have, like, every document.
Yeah, and then I went through and torched the place, so anything that we missed is now on fire. So hopefully, the people that we broke out are not...
going to kill us?
Well, are not going to kill us and do not have an active record of them being there. Nor us, for that matter.
Also, Kai, you were here when we saw that doormat and thought it was great and took it with us, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw like 3 more on our way out, so now we just have like a collection of doormats to put in our tent.
I thought we put it on the horse.
Well, I mean, we can, when we camp for the night, we can display them around our tent.
Yes. Dylan, you're gonna have to make custom doormat objects in every single map. I will not have it any other way.
They can be their own character.
For like Easter eggs, if you collect enough of them, you can trade them in for a rare item.
Yes. Just for, well,
Yeah.
mainly just for the achievement and bragging
That
rights.
actually sounds like a fun thing to put in a D&D campaign, like random Easter eggs that you have to collect.
Just like you're in this deep, creepy cybernetic facility. You don't know how you got there. I roll that 20 for investigation. And underneath one of the chairs is a mat that says, "Welcome to your humble abode." And yes, it's covered. It has strawberries on it.
You find a fucking bobblehead.
Hear me out, guys.
No globe.
Doormats, but they're mimics.
Oh my god.
You're a fucking bad person.
You connect after
Why
you
would you
collected
give
all.
him that idea?
You collect all 20, and then you activate the secret raid encounter.
Yeah. It's just ruby weapon, only a doormat.
Oh no.
God.
Copy. Shit.
Why did you give him that idea? We're all gonna get killed by doormats now.
Fun.
Not a bad way to go. Could be worse.
I didn't think I would go out like this. Yes. But
So I'm
what
just
about side
assuming-
by side with a doormat? Aye.
Nobody
I could
else
do
has
that.
started the Morningwood series.
I found a picture of a doormat mimic.
That,
What?
Show. Post it in D&D tat sheet. Tat. Okay,
God damn it. It's just a fucking Galarian Stunfisk.
Am I
Son
wrong?
of a bitch.
Am
no,
I wrong?
you're not. It's a Pokemon.
God damn it.
A bear
That's
trap
great.
fish. Alright, so. Oh.
oh, I found a mimic rug. That counts.
Oh yeah, I had that in a campaign once.
No, not a rug of smothering, like a mimic rug.
Oh, yeah. And don't forget the story that Missy told you.
Okay, so...
Oh, well, I mean, you know, because you just told me to, I didn't forget, but can you remind me to make sure my recollection is
Oh,
correct
man.
about what that story was?
So, king died, very young person was made king, went on a huge power trip. Everybody thought he was demon-possessed, or he was demon-possessed, so then he either died or was killed, forget, and the church was just like, yes, we need to prevent this from now on.
Yeah.
Ergo, all magic besides divine magic is bad, and the country is now run by the evil pope. Was I close enough? They called it the Puppet King? The Puppet King,
Yeah.
yes. Not because the church was puppeteering him, but because they thought a demon was puppeting him.
Also, how good he was at manipulating people. But yes, that's basically it.
Yeah. And also, apparently, Paxi shouldn't let others know here that he's a
Tiefling?
tiefling.
Actually, it was recommended that you stay on the down low.
Yeah, keep my horns hidden. Tiefling's bad, okay?
But yeah, so with that, you guys are on the road. Which, speaking of which, I should probably change to
Did we get a long rest because we leveled up?
no.
What?
What?
Oh.
No,
Actually-
you don't level up and go automatic full health and stuff like that. This is
According
not
to
a
D&D
normal
Beyond,
thing.
I think we do.
I mean,
No.
technically you don't level up until you get a long rest by 5th edition rules, so...
Fine, then.
Like, I'm pretty sure by 5th edition rules you have to long rest 2 levels.
So, if you are in a reality where you can never get a proper rest, does that mean you can never level up?
Yes.
no. Hey guys, I have a new idea for a campaign.
Permanent level 1.
Oh yeah, Kai, did you know you leveled up?
He does now.
Yeah, I do now.
Oh. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, you're not. Yeah. We'll
Level
give
8
you a
now.
moment.
Man,
No, go ahead. I'm fine.
Alright. So,
if
you
only
guys
Ka-
are travel. So, originally, you guys started as right here. This is where the prison is. But
Mhm.
now, I'll leave that marker there and I'll create a new small shape. What color you guys want to be?
purple.
Wait, pod?
Alright, so you guys are roughly around here. Who is currently in charge of the horses?
The paladin who
Uh,
summoned the horses.
No.
Remember? Don't
Oh,
you remember that our
that's
pal
right.
Buddy is pulling the carriage?
No. We decided that we just had Akaz be a horse because
After a short rest.
after a short rest, because he couldn't say no to the idea.
At the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, also, he hadn't done anything during the session, so we just assumed he still had stuff left.
Do you have anything left, Kai?
Doesn't matter.
He's a
Fair.
horse. He
He's a
can't
horse.
talk.
Alright, well. Fix this, fix this. So if Buddy or is in the front, then I guess he's the one who rolls perception.
He probably has a plus 37.
Or he just natural 20s. First roll of the game! Okay. Yeah. We'll start with that. So, well, Buddy's pulling the reins, kind of just casually looking around. Kind of just stops for a moment and his gaze kind of focuses on something. And then he just shakes his head and then just goes back to looking forward. He doesn't say anything.
What is it?
Is that what you're asking him?
Yes.
He just doesn't respond at first, but then he just looks at you, looks away, then looks back. Oh, it's speaking to me. Is that right?
That would be correct, yes.
Oh, I thought I saw something off over there, but when I looked closely, it must have been the normal wildlife, or at least whatever it was. It was not intelligent.
I
Not
take
something
offense.
threatening, or at least something threatening enough to your caliber.
Makes sense.
The Boomy Theocracy has many creatures in its lands, although due to how vigilant their spell hunters are in rooting out all threats, both mostly magical and some non-magical, it'd be very unlikely to see any sort of monstrosities in this kingdom. After all, the greatest threat is not the monstrosities, but more of the people themselves. Which, speaking of which, we do need to be vigilant as well. Because there are many spell hunters patrolling these lands, they are very on top of making sure nothing goes in or out without their supervision. And when I discover what happened in Locksoth, they will most certainly be on high alert. And since we've encountered a couple of their Templars, it's only a matter of time. I give it a day or two. Which, by that point, we should safely be in this. He kind of looks at Maverick, another NPC you guys encountered for you, Akaz. He is an elf, specifically a half-elf. He is the guy who, when you guys broke out of that cell in the top, which those cells in the top are more for people under suspicion of committing magic of some kind than the bottom, which is where you get there certain. Here, he basically promised, like, hey, I know a safe place away for you magic users, so if you just break me out and follow me, I'll take you there.
We knew to question him because he had a special character token.
Shut up. Which is why I have now decided that I'm going to make everything the standard token. until you reveal to be an NPC. Then I'll swap to a special token or some shit. I don't know.
So does Missy have a special token now?
Not yet. Anyways, I'd say you guys will travel about to here, which is where you guys will night will fall. Will you guys continue to keep traveling, or will you rest?
I'm fine to rest.
I'm fine to rest.
That sounds great.
Alright, you guys will be setting up camp. Do I have a special map for this? Well, okay. Who will be keeping first watch?
I need to get my full night's rest, because holy shit. I'm not doing too well.
I can keep a
You
night's
got a long
watch.
rest, Drew.
Me first, perception. Go.
Roll perception.
9!
Nice.
Damn it.
Congratulations, Paxi. You suck.
I'm blind.
Okay,
I like get up, I'm like, I swore I could have seen in the dark yesterday.
due to the number of people you have, Missy also volunteered to stay up. She's saying it's better to have at least
okay,
two
we're
pairs
safe
of
then.
eyes to watch
Yeah.
than just one, which is fair. So Missy volunteered to stay up with you, Paxi, to watch. Who is going to volunteer for the second? Because what's his name?
Fuck it, I will.
Maverick will also volunteer for the second watch.
Also 9.
Congrats, you guys. You both fucking suck.
I know.
I mean, technically that's just a slightly below the average person doing an average job looking out.
I hope you guys are seeing this, because I'm posting this to the campaign 1.
Uh-oh. Is it gonna be the initiatives of all the red dragons?
No.
What the?
But
that
he's the
Missy?
first. That's Missy's perception.
So Missy is an eldritch god. Understood.
Okay,
Hmm?
so
Literally. What's up, guy?
this is Dylan just playing a solo game. I'ma head out. Bye.
Oh, he's back. Thought he was serious.
Maybe.
No, okay.
Let's see.
Alright, so. Paxi, you're kind of just looking around. You have a hard time seeing things. But. Seems like Missy is really on point. She's just standing there. Well, not standing, she's more just leaning back casually, the heavy crossbow next to her. And she's just casually looking around. Although you can't help but tell that despite how casual she is, her eyes look super focused. Like she's actively scanning her surroundings. And then after a bit, she kind of just shrugs her shoulders. And then the next shift starts.
After 2.5 hours of never blinking, she shrugs her shoulders and leaves.
Anyways, next shift. So, Athenia, you're the one who's awake now. And you also don't seem to be doing your best at looking. Maybe because you're a little too distracted or something. But then Maverick's nearby, the little half-elf dude, who also seems to be nodding off. Not really paying too much attention.
Good.
Then day arrives.
Woo! Do we get a long rest?
Yes, you do.
Poggers. Click. Click. Click.
Alright. You guys all get a long rest, assuming you guys already got it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And you guys continue on your path towards the town of Uzviki. We add a few changes here, and a few changes there. I'm going to be completely honest, you guys aren't really going to encounter anything during this path. As you guys are traveling, Maverick made a comment saying that usually the forest around Uzviki is often very untraveled due to it being close to the edge of the Boomy Theocracy. So this more like the spell hunters are either clustered around Fultor or the border itself, while leaving the inner lands less guarded. But you guys would eventually arrive at Uzviki. I'd say take a bit. We start here. It's a bit of a long journey. So when you arrive to the town, it is about the sun is starting to set. And you guys are the bottom left.
Oh damn, that's a big camp.
Mm-hmm.
As you arrive, Maverick gives himself a nod. He goes, "Welcome to Uzviki, a very calm and quiet town." Well, quiet and calm may actually not be the best words to describe. We are a bit quaint, but we do have a knack for enjoying the long nights, to say the least. So there's a lot of made-up festivals and excuses for just having nice gatherings. So I hope you don't mind the energy.
No, we don't mind it at all.
Good, well, let us enter in full. And he, well, not that he was riding the cart to begin with, kind of gestures to everyone else, "Come, follow me. I'll take you to there."
Is there a place where I can put my horse?
There are many places. I will show you one. Although, I did see that you made your horse appear out of nowhere, so is it possible for the horse to disappear as well?
Yes, but why would I do such a thing?
Fair, although, actually, that is fair.
It's just a horse. It looks like a normal horse.
That is true. So, he is going to take you guys.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
bitch.
So, he's going to take you guys, going to reach the bridge. You'll see a couple of guards standing by. When Maverick gets close, they just give him a respectful nod, and he nods in tow, and then they just keep on going. And they'll just keep on going.
Oh. Bloop.
There you guys reach the main. Well,
Oh, I
would
didn't
say
zoom out. Maybe
square.
I should do that.
You probably should. It's a big map.
It is a big map.
You can see in the main central area of the town, there's a lot of people gathered. So you can see we have various selections of food and drink out in the open. The great majority of the party is in the main hall, but currently for where we are going, I will take you to the local tavern, and that is where you can drop your horse off. So he goes this direction. Various people who seem to recognize this guy give him a nod, and he nods in tow. Not really exchanging words, more just glances. Then he arrives to over here. This is the local tavern, but to the side there is a place where the horses are stowed for the night. They have given plenty of food and water, so you do not have to worry, assuming your horse has to worry about such things.
No. This is quite a quaint place.
And he enters the tavern.
Well, I'm going to the tavern. That sounds like a good time. I can't see inside of it. It's all blacked out. So I don't know what the door is.
Oh,
Is
hold
this
on,
the door?
Let me fix this.
Yeah, that looks like the door.
Where's the tool? Why is it not working? It's because I keep pressing it and it just moves it. Alright.
Oh, those tiny chairs.
Shut up.
He's so cute.
Shut up.
What about the tiny
So-
mimics?
Fuck the shut up.
We
As
ain't
you
dying
got- as
today, not the chairs.
As you step in, you see this big, gruff dude. Big beard. Not a dwarf. And he goes, welcome to the Endless Tankard if you need ale. Well, no, I'm not even going to bother with it. Anyways, how can... Oh! Well, even looking... Mr. hit the side of a barn. Maverick just ignores him. And he just continues on. He just looks at the big guy, looks at Maverick walking by, shrugs his shoulders.
I'm gonna look at Athenia. It's like beer or stronger.
Stronger, please.
I look at the bartender. I'm like, she's about that tall, and I need her to be unconscious. What's it gonna cost?
I agree. Stronger.
Oh, also him.
Oh, you're looking for something strong? Well, the strongest we got here, moonshine. House-made, just like everything here in this small town. But
Hell
if you
yeah.
want my special summer edition, it'll cost you a pretty silver. Like,
I'm down
that's
for
it.
that.
I
Just a
can't-
silver piece.
I kind of like blink, and I hand him 3 gold, and I'll be like, until they pass out.
He just looks at the gold, looks at you, looks at the gold again. Then he takes one of them and
Good
bites
luck
it
with that.
and looks.
I was like, trust me, they need it. Also,
I'm right next to Swolbo. Swolbo, you get a +6.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to be
Make it so-
completely honest with you, lad. I don't have that much for this much gold.
do your best then. Also, I need to talk to Rizzo.
Immediately, all of them stop and just look at you. The one of the patrons there just like gets up with an angry look. We don't talk about that name here.
God, why is it everywhere I go that anybody associated with that party is just bad news?
Maverick just posts
You know,
his
maybe
head
we
out
should
and goes,
stop being associated with
Hey.
them.
"Hey, he just like points at you, Paxi, and listen, they're cool. They don't understand about the whole secrecy bit. That's when the barkeep, who at first has a scowl, then he just relaxes a little bit, gives a small nod. All right. Lad,
I'm gonna put
let me
one more
make this
gold
very
on the
clear.
table and say, this covers his dumbass. And I point to Maverick, and I'm gonna look at him and be like, this is one of those things you tell me before.
What part of resistance does not seem secret to you? I didn't think. Okay, let me spell it out plainly. Would you like the child version, or would you like the baby version?
Just go away.
So are we still getting drunk over here?
Yeah, I'm.
This the
You're
big
welcome.
guy shakes his head, grabs a couple of tankards that look kind of chipped and used, but clean,
That's fine.
wear and tear. He goes over underneath the counter, pulls out a special flask, and he fills it up, each one, with a very clear liquid. Now, he sets them 3 tankards down. Normally this stuff is not for the tankards, but since you've given such a good pay, knock yourself out.
Do we
Literally
remember
or metaphorically.
what was the prison's name? Did it have a name?
Locksoth Prison.
So
Locksoth?
when I'm putting down the 3 gold ahead of time to pay for them, I just say we just came out of Locksoth prison.
That's what all of them would kind of look at you again. But that's when the barkeep would just like raise an eyebrow. Came
Not
from the slammer.
Not intentionally.
First, before we talk about the stuff, he points at a patron, not like points a thumb at the door. That's when he moves over, closes it, locks it, and then the guy comes back.
There
Aye.
it is.
This town, I will be completely honest, all of us are in this whole thing. You know, none of us agree with the whole rule against magic. But that doesn't stop them from trying to get their ears and eyes, which is why we don't talk about this sort of thing, or at least not out of the open. But since this place is secure, so you came out of the slammer. And I'm
well,
assuming that's where Maverick came from. We noticed that he was missing.
I'm gonna hold up a finger, like, sorry to interrupt. Swobo, can you use your little ring thing real fast? See if anybody's looking at us.
I kind of just glance at my ring and see if it says anyone's being spied on.
It is not open and it's not glowing red.
Nah, we're good.
Fantastic.
Keep getting drunk.
So make Constitution saves, by the way, the both of you. And if
Hell yeah.
he also put 3 tankers down, so are you taking one, Paxi?
Nope. I need to talk to
Drew, you said I get a +6.
Do you want an Acus? Do you want some Moonshine Acus?
I'm good.
Drew, you said +6? Oh, he's muted.
Yes, +6.
Yeah, he said
Sorry
+6.
about that. I had to grab something. What's up?
Oh, 19 then.
Yeah, +6. What am I rolling?
You? Yes.
So I effectively get a +13. Cool.
Yeah, I also get a +13.
And a natural
20.
You
Natural
are
crit-
not
Lord.
only completely fine after taking a massive swig, you probably... It seems like your lover just got kicked into overdrive, so the chances of you getting drunk tonight is effectively 0.
Well,
You somehow get more sober by drinking.
I can see clearly now the alcohol is gone.
Jesus Christ. What can't I do? Fuck, suffering from success.
Anyways, what is your name, tiefling guy?
My name is Paxi.
Paxi. The name is Alfred. Although, my patrons call me Al. Of course, all of you can... Well, it's not really... who cares? You guys broke out Maverick. You're welcome to stay here tonight as long as you need, or the passing days. But since you're here about the whole disagreement issue with this land's rules. Obviously, up here is not really where you guys would be going, but instead, down below.
Also, should we assume that over the course of our travels here, we started looking through all those papers to try and find ours?
Yeah.
Oh,
course.
yes! Roll investigations for that.
How often can we roll investigation? Because we
Once
were imagine.
each. Well, twice each, I guess.
How's the 21?
I will say this. Looking through
Well-
the stack of papers you guys found in the,
I'm literally incapable of beating that, so.
Let me see if I get a natural 20. No, I don't. Well, I tried.
Alright. Fixing this. So, I will say this. So, with the 21, you're looking through the papers of the stuff you found in that one office. You guys managed to find your Shador document almost immediately. It seems to be completely untouched. You do find other various documents, but not many of them really hold much interest to you. But you do see some papers and stuff describing past prisoners that were taken underground. Talked about mages and things. Various information such as where they were found, came from, where any other mages are. Seems to be very detailed interrogation by their intelligencer, which you guys also killed.
Good.
I mean, who didn't we kill?
Yeah, fixed two guys.
Theodore
Who
and-
Anytime you name any person who worked at the prison, I'm just going to assume they're dead now.
There was Theodore and there was Reginald.
Theodore and Reginald. Yep, those are the,
They'll come
literally
back
the
to
only
bite us
two
in the
guys.
ass later.
It's going to turn out that one of them's actually the BBEG.
No, he becomes a BBEG.
So
Anyway,
I'm
So,
going to
yes.
kind of like relay a very cut down version of we came here, we had official paperwork, they threw us in they put us to sleep, they took us there, they said we weren't ever going to break out, or we weren't ever going to see the light of day again. We broke out, we killed literally everybody except those two guards who seemed amicable enough. We burned the place to the ground, and now we're here.
when you tell the story, everyone in the room just starts looking at you guys. I kind of was at disbelief. Every so often they would look at Maverick, who just nodded his head like, "Yep, they're telling the truth. Trust me, I was there."
I didn't even see the worst of it.
But yes,
Yeah, we got so many doormats, and it was sick.
But yeah, so when you finish your tale, they all just like, wow.
So yeah, we need to talk to Rizzo.
Yes, of course. Well, with Larsoth gone, it's
Merp.
safe to say that the only
Oh.
other place they can imprison mages now is the capital. But in a way, you've also kicked the hornet's nest. Not that you had a choice.
I do
If anything-
apologize if this makes it difficult for you and your
Oh,
folks to live here.
not at all. If anything, the chances of them suspecting us is highly unlikely. He is very thorough with his methods in making sure that we are not discovered. But of course, you need to speak with him, which is why he looks at Maverick. He will lead you to where you need to go. And that is when the half-elf guy nods his head. Alright, I guess that's my cue. So, everyone,
I'm gonna
If you
stand up.
turn
I'm
and
gonna
follow
look
me.
at Akaz and the rest of them. Like, Akaz, I'm assuming you're coming. Do you two, looking at Swolbo and Athenia, want to talk to another member of the Black Token Society.
Have I finished my drink yet?
That is when the barkeep guy Al just like suppresses a laugh. Black Token Society.
Former member.
Former member. Yes. He's not associated with them anymore due to him leaving by his own choice.
Nobody's associated with them anymore.
Yeah. They kind of don't like each other, for the most part.
That is the general gist of what I understand from his tales of his. Well, all of us would say glory days, but he would very much beg to differ. Anyways, Maverick. That is when he takes his cue.
Oh, he goes this way. Okay.
So at this point, would my
opens
drink
up-
have been finished yet?
He opens his door.
I put my drink in
which-
front of you because he gave us 3 cups.
Because I'm like, if my drink is done, I have nothing better to do. But if I still got a drink in front of me, I don't give a shit about this.
So he would open up this door, which would reveal what seems to be like an outhouse attachment. He just turns to you guys. Alright, rule number 1. This is not actually an outhouse, so do not use it. 2.
Noted.
If anyone else were to ask about it, it is out of order. Don't ask why or how, but it is. We usually say there's a bunch of rats that come up and bite the customer's ass. 3.
The
So
outhouse
why
is a
not?
secret passage, isn't it?
How could you tell? Anyways,
Okay.
he takes a step down
Okay.
and falls through.
Swobo, if your ring lights up, can you let us know?
Yeah.
Okay.
I drink the other thing that he put in front of me.
That was another cup of moonshine.
Hey, Incas, do you want to try some of this?
No, I'm good.
And I just kind of gesture, well, suit yourself, and I down the rest of the moonshine. And I go down.
You can't. You're physically incapable of being drunk
Nope.
at this point.
He
Also,
has
Swobo, you
reached
don't get a plot
new
twist from me
heights
anymore.
of sobriety.
Yeah.
He's never been so alert.
We go down the outhouse, I guess.
Alright. Loading.
I do get another spell. What's this stuff?
So the sound of festive music up above fades away. You guys enter a dark underground passage, essentially, which eventually leads you guys out into an open area, a hall.
Swobo ain't here.
Mm-hmm.
Get
I'm
out of
busy
here,
drinking
you
Baxy's
drunkard.
moonshine.
Oh, Swalbow's not here?
No.
Nope.
Baxy put his moonshine in front of me, so I was just like, well, this looks more interesting than whatever the hell they're doing.
Yeah, we went down an outhouse. For all he knows, we're just covered in shit, and he's over there getting drunk. He's enjoying himself.
Nope, you guys are not covered in shit. There is not a single speck of shit, funny enough.
For now.
He's
Although,
using
you guys-
the BGM for the Resistance headquarters.
You know,
I love you.
you know, Swolbo is about to need to go to the bathroom. He doesn't know anything about this outhouse.
Did you see the sign? There's a sign next to the door that says "Out of order."
How drunk is Swobo?
Out of order. Rats
Yeah.
biting asses.
I want to
Do
see
not
someone.
use.
I want to see someone prevent
Yeah.
Swobo from taking a shit down that hole.
Although I will say, when you guys enter this hallway, you notice there's a bucket and a mop nearby.
There have been
Anyways.
accidents.
So he continues on. Which? When he enters this hallway, you notice there's a robed figure. And when they turn to look at you guys, Maverick just raises his hand. They are friends. They share our cause. Notice when they nod. Alright, we should probably alert the leader. Yes, already working on that.
The leader. You mean Rizzo?
Yes. So,
Darkness!
fuck it. There's one. It's like a small area, kind of dusty, not really have much use. But then you notice another road figure.
Is that
Um,
the wizard?
I'm assuming you say that out loud.
Wait some dinner. I'll be back.
No.
Okay.
I don't say it like that. Hello, sir. I guess you happen to be Rizzo.
That's when he perks his head up at the name, turns his head slowly. Is a rogue dude, has a bit of pieces of armor on him, and his face is completely concealed except for a pair of eyes that are yellow.
He's a cat.
And he also has a bit of metal hanging in front of his face. And he just turns to look at you guys. I see you brought back more people.
I was not expecting that.
So I'm just gonna say a phrase, and you tell me if you give a shit or not. Well Splitter has upgraded, and he's now able to project himself in a human form. We're pretty sure he's taken over Kelvern's brain.
He just stops. It was only a matter of time.
Well, he doesn't give a shit.
I gave him his warning. He ignored it. Why should I care? Anyways,
Fair answer.
seems that all of you have associations with that old group of mine.
Not really. We just keep kind of running into him.
Yet your knowledge on Well Splitter says otherwise. Doesn't really reveal himself often, unless he thinks you're worth it.
We really pissed him off.
In that case, might as well sleep with that eye open. Anyways, welcome. I'm assuming that elf, well, half-elf, gave you a little rundown of what we do here.
Maverick? No, actually, he just said that you
Not at
guys
all.
are here, and,
You are the resistance, but they didn't say anything about what you do.
not really a resistance, just a safe place for people who use magic.
Then he looks at Maverick, who stiffens up, and then after staring for a while, Rizzo nods his head. Good. Looks like you learned your lesson from last time. And he goes, of course. I know not to do that again. All right. All of you may follow me.
He doesn't even know who we are.
Reveal.
Nope.
He's got eyes everywhere.
You can see there's a person leaning against a column, another rogue figure, except they have a mask, completely covering their face.
This one's Rizzo.
That's when this guy stops, turns to you guys. Perhaps some introductions are in order. I am Rizzonath. Rizzo, for short. This little person over there, and he points with a gloved hand. Her name is Risha. She is my eyes. She doesn't talk much, so I apologize for her silence. And this Risha merely nods her head.
Oh.
Now, all of you, time for some introductions. Who are you?
Well,
Only reason. Actually,
We're all
yes.
escaped convicts, obviously.
I'm assuming from Loxoth.
Of course. Well, the former Loxoth.
Oh, that requires a bit of a story.
Yeah,
I
well,
go
yada
into
yada
the
yada.
story.
We killed everyone except 2 of the guards who are locked behind bars, and yeah, lit on fire, and we have all of their paperwork, so they have zero way to track us down, or anyone down for that matter.
Hopefully.
Papers. Would you mind if I have a look at those?
By all means, I mean they don't mean anything to me.
We found
Me-
our original. What was it? Emissaries paperwork, right?
Yes.
Yes, I got a 21 with that.
Oh. So you're emissaries of what kingdom or empire?
Shador.
I keep Shador, right?
Yep.
Shador, and they imprisoned you.
Well, they put us to sleep, and then we woke up in Loxoth.
You're a wizard.
Which,
Do you have detect magic?
of course, in fact, it is active right now, which is why I know you all went there.
Yeah. You see anything on us that might piss them off?
Strong magic, which I assume is remnants.
Little bit of that, little bit of that. This. I summon morning. Little bit of this type.
That is when this Risha immediately snaps her head to look at your sword. She kind of seems very fascinated.
See something
That
you
should.
like?
That should definitely be the reason. And after a couple of seconds of looking, Risha just goes back to just acting nonchalant. Anyways, if you are emissaries of Shador, the Pumi theocracy and the Kingdom of Shador are allies, so it would make little sense for them to imprison you unless there was a miscommunication. Usually you would be held in the cell until proven innocent, or they need to dispose of you. And imprisoning emissaries of Shador, to say the least, creates a diplomatic disaster. But you broke out, and suddenly Loxos prison is out of the way. One less headache, one less problem.
By any chance, do you have someone here that can send a message? Oh wait, no, we have Acas. Acas can send a friend
Animal
message.
messenger.
I believe almost everyone here can. Those who wield magic are kept down here, away from the spying eyes of the spell hunters. Everyone above are magicless individuals who wish to help our cause.
Never mind. Never mind that request. Acas, you and I will talk later.
Well, everyone except Maverick. He is a special case.
Indeed.
Regardless. So, since you haven't really been informed much about this place, which understandable because of my rules, but I have a feeling that you're unnecessarily here to join our cause, but more find a safe haven. Am I not correct?
We were just passing through the boomies.
That makes sense. Then I do not mind giving this place, well, it is a sanctuary away from those who wish to imprison. It is not a sin to use magic. It shouldn't be. It is merely the great mages who give everyone a bad name. Regardless, feel free to stay here, lick whatever wounds you have, and ask any questions you wish. We will try to assist you in any way you can. And when you're ready to leave, let us know. we have another exit. The Endless Tankard is merely one entrance.
You heard of what happened to Well Splitter, and you and your compatriots here are well versed in magic and remnants as well? Question mark.
Not all of us are well versed in remnants, but due to my experience as an adventurer, ex-adventurer, I've had many of my share of remnants. In fact, he opens up his hand and he noticed the air distorts a bit before revealing a plain wooden staff. I am also in possession of remnants.
Interesting. For our own protection, I was wondering about a way to destroy remnants, and stumbled upon the word anti-magic.
That's when he stops, and then strokes the metal plating on his face. I will be honest with you. There are many who have been seeking out a method to fully rid of remnants, once and for all. The Boomy theocracy being one. That is why they have a great vault to store all the remnants, so that way, when I do find a method, they'll be able to purge them completely. But this anti-magic, I am familiar with it, although I have not seen it myself.
Just a myth, then. So
No, not a myth. It does exist. It is a special form. Despite its name, it is actually magic. It is magic that effectively destroys itself, and all other related magic around it. It was first discovered and utilized by one of the great mages, the Sorcerer of Circles.
Oh, I thought it would be the other one, the Verisma.
Verisma, one of the great barons. No. The barons focus on necromancy and unique mutations of it. Anti-magic is... You're familiar with the spell... what is the name? Anti-magic field. It is one of many spells that a cleric or wizard could obtain. 8th level, very high level. Not many mages can reach that point. But that is merely the spell, Anti-Magic Zone. Anti-magic itself is an adaptation and improvement. From what the information that I have found during my travels, anti-magic was a magic circle that the Sorcerer of Circles, Flaxus, made.
Oh,
It is a circle that completely absorbed all magic around it and essentially acted as a vacuum. And when the spell obtained enough, it imploded, and then taking all the magic with it to some other reality. It, in a way, it removes all magic completely, and since it forcibly strips and takes the magic, thus suppressing, any magic within an area is rendered gone. Magic items stripped and made ordinary. Mages would find themselves also stripped of their talents. This magic circle was so powerful that even the great mages feared it. To say the least, it is the ultimate mage killer, not because it killed them, but killed the mage, and made them but a normal person. How would you feel if you would suddenly lose your magic, to not be able to call upon your items, to not be able to draw spells, to lose contact with your patron, to no longer draw a power from your god or goddess? It
Not
would be
great.
terrifying. Yes, that was merely one of many magic circles the Sorcerer's Circle made, and it's considered to be his greatest weapon. But no one has ever discovered to recreate it, because it is a magic circle, a forgotten art that only Flaxus mastered. I've been studying magic circles extensively. However, whatever remnants of these work is very few and far between. For wherever Flaxus used his circles, they would disappear. So, you can only imagine how hard it is to find anything of his work.
Would you know anything about, and I'll describe in detail the, crap. Was it a... Oh, the priest or follower of Ishnox, was it? The guys with the yellow robes and...
That's when you stop again. It is not unheard of for the great mages to have followers. Although they're more simple individuals who stumbled upon their magic and tried to learn for themselves. The barons do have many. They're very few and far in between, but they are dangerous. So you're saying you've encountered these followers of the barons?
Myself twice. Akaz 3 times? Yes. 3 times.
That's when he stops and looks at Akaz. So you've encountered 3 different followers.
It's the same guy twice.
One once, same guy twice, yeah.
Who were these followers of?
You can tell them about the Happy Fun Time Prison Cube.
The Great Labyrinth?
Yes.
Why does he know about that?
I have, unfortunately, been inside it once. I stumbled upon it. Funny enough, in Malgracia. From what I've understood is I'm not the only one. Since not only you, but others have found it. There seems to be multiple instances of the Great Labyrinth scattered everywhere. But when you find it, it will take you to the same place.
Yep.
And you met one of these followers in there. Who did they follow?
It was Ishnox. Right? Question mark?
Ishnox, Lystra. I don't know.
Pretty.
I don't. There's a lot of ish names.
Roll history.
Damn it!
I will get the help action.
Actually, I think I'm okay at history. I am okay at history. 14.
Help action.
You roll again.
7.
Okay, 14. Thinking back, you remember that the first one you encountered seemed to utilize corruption magic.
Wait, so that would be... Hold on. Ortholos. Wait, Ortholos created the labyrinth.
Ortholos is referred to as the innovator.
Right. Wait. There was a disciple of Koltar in there.
And the other one, which Akaz encountered in the dark, scary lady pit, was was a follower of Ishnox, who also you guys later encountered when he took the bone from him.
Right, so it was Ishnox.
So, Koltar, that I understand. But if they were in there, they must have been sealed a long time ago. But then you encountered a follower of Ishnox. That is most concerning.
Weren't they all wearing the same robes, though?
Yes. Or roughly the similar.
So are different disciples of different mages working together?
No, Dylan just only has so many tokens.
You don't, maybe. But
Yellow is a popular color. Many people wear it.
I will be spelled this plainly. The followers of the Barons are very dangerous. They might have goodwill, since not all of them are evil. Just safe to say that all necromancers aren't evil. But the magic of the Barons is infectious. And the Baron of Eyes is also most infamous due to his manipulation. He has a history of spying, grabbing things, and just overall changing things to his advantage. And if there's a follower who is well versed in his magic, I would not trust him. And the Baron of Corruption, they are also very dark, because Quiltar's magic is one of the worst, but only second to devouring magic. If possible, avoid them, and if you do encounter them, and you have left no choice, kill them, if you can.
Last question. Well, the previous... I point at the person who was eyeballing Morning. You said this was a she, but she was a quiet one, right?
Correct.
Oh, to the DM, but anyway, okay.
Oh, yes, correct.
Are you a warlock? Nod, yes. Shake, no.
She shakes her head. I can answer that question. He looks at her. She nods. She's an arcane trickster.
Are either of you familiar with... Where do demons come from? Do they come from the 9 circles, or from their own place? Me asking the DM.
Well,
Paxi
you're a
should know this
warlock.
because he summons it.
They are natives to the Abyss.
Okay. Are you familiar with the
The 9
abyssal
hells are
plane
where devils come from.
and where
Yep.
devils
Oh,
come from? Yeah.
Yep. So what are you asking?
I'm asking him if he's familiar with the abyss and that plane of existence.
Who is not? Those who are versed in magic, or at least arcane, are usually familiar with the Abyss and the 9 hells.
So we met Dressured again because we can't keep away from any of you and your previous party members. And
Dressured, I hope he is doing well. He is one of the few likable members of the party.
he's abrasive. Anyway, we took down a cult together, and when we did, we found a glass orb with an eye in the midst of fire. And while that didn't seem too odd at first, later in my arcane journey, I have the ability now to summon a creature from the abyss. And anytime I do, before the portal closes, I see the same eye staring back at me. And it doesn't seem too happy about it. I might have flipped it to bird anytime I ever saw it.
That's when he stopped, walked past you guys, goes back into this room, goes to here, basically pulls out a couple of papers from this box, sifts through them. Then after stopping, he goes back, offers you a clean sheet, as well as a quill and inkwell. Draw me this eye to the best of your ability.
Hey, I'm actually good at performance. I'm not good at performance.
Do it with advantage, simply because you are yes, roll with advantage.
Hey, 23.
There we go. So you draw it pretty accurately. You managed to somehow, with only ink, replicate the glassy texture. You wrote the eye. You had a little bit of flames around it to give the impression. And then, because you rolled so high, you also drew the portal with the eye as well.
Cool.
And he also added a little goofy figure of Grignol outside the portal.
Sure.
Anyways, so he takes it, looks closely.
It is just an eye, not much to go on. I mean, I could show you if you want, if you got a dead body around here. You know, forget what I just said.
If it's to use what I think it is, don't do that here.
Noted.
At least not when we don't have the proper precautions. Regardless, from what you're describing, and I will admit I haven't seen anything like this before, but I have heard something similar due to Drescher also splitting off to check on these cults. This eye sounds like some sort of relic or artifact that is connected to a demon lord. But what kind, I am unsure. It does not seem like any of the ones I am familiar with.
Are you familiar with any demon lords?
Only through research. I have not actually seen them myself. Otherwise, you and I would be very... say the least, our conversation will be very different. There are the lords and there are the princes. It does not seem anything like Orcus or Demogorgon, or even Baphomet, or Jubilance. It seems sinister, so it is not necessarily like the Queen of the Succubi. Not even Inigo, the Knowles demon. Funny enough, I'm actually stumped, which is, I admit, a rarity. Is it alright if I keep this sketch?
Sure.
He goes, puts it back in the box. Sadly, I cannot offer much information, but if it's a prince or a lord, hopefully a prince, but let's be real, that's still not that much better. Then I would recommend caution. However, the fact that there's cults popping up every now and then, and if Drescher's words still reign true, that they all seem to follow similar goals, but different names, it would make sense that there is someone who has a secret hand at this.
I agree. It did remind me of this country's history and its puppet king. Something they worried about demons possessing the king.
That story, the Puppet King, I'm also familiar with it. It sounds like you got told a story about it.
Oh yes, you should meet Missy, our grandmother, traveling companion. They could teach Maverick a thing or two about crossbows.
Well, in that case, I must have a talk with her. But as for the story, I am also well versed in it, although maybe a bit more so than the locals, due to me delving deep into this country's history. The tale of the Puppet King and its association with demons is actually false. A mistranslation, actually, to be more accurate. It is not a demon, but the devil who is responsible. You see, which I'm sure you're already familiar with, demons are chaotic in nature. They wish to cause chaos and destruction to wherever they go. They live for the moment, and their society is also survival of the strongest. Devils, on the other hand, have a very strict hierarchy, a society, and they follow their own rules, all a bit twisted. They are tyrannical and very manipulative. For the Puppet King to exist, it would be the work of a devil, not a demon. But there is a cult that exists for devils, although they are a lot more long-lasting than that of the demons. I do not know their name, or the devil that's in charge, but they are very dangerous, simply because, unlike the demon cults, they are secretive. And they work in the background. That is the general gist. I do not know more.
Well, Akaz, do you have any questions?
Got any cool druid shit that you don't need? Okay.
That's what he.
Oh wait, no, been pushed. Fuck.
You went on top of him.
Oh.
Anyways, when you just walked him and asked him that, that's when he just pauses, blinks a few times,
That was worth a shot.
and then he just scratches the plane again. You can't help but hear a low hiss coming from him.
Hello, hiss?
Druids. Druid shit. Such a vulgar word.
I mean,
I'm afraid I do not have something, but I'm assuming you're a druid, right? Just simply pick a spot, and then you should probably get some of your own. But I know you're reading.
You know what? You got me. I walked into that one. Well played, sir. Well played.
But if you're speaking of items or magic, I do have something. Although I hope you understand, even though you are welcome to join us, and even if you're sympathetic to our cause, I cannot simply part with it for free.
Fair.
It
Yeah,
is an
that's fair.
asset.
That's fair.
I am fine with trading, but I also understand that whatever items you have, would be reluctant to part with.
Tell me what you got, and I'll think about it.
That is when he would go into those robes. He would reach out. You can see some shuffling. Then he pulls out a bag. And he sets it down.
Detect magic. That's the noise it makes. It goes ooh.
Okay, so you cast Detect Magic, right?
Yes.
You see
like,
a lot of auras in this place.
Yes. I get
First
fucking,
of all-
I get fucking flashbanged.
Yeah, there's a lot more auras than you're used to.
Okay.
And
Also, yes, I want to double check that these two aren't like fucking simulacrums or something. Like, I want to take a look at everything, but mainly the bag.
Oh, I mean the bag has hold on.
I made him have to check his notes. My job here is done.
For the bag, you can detect various conjuration magic from it, so I'm just going to tell you right now, it is most likely a... Do you know this? No, you probably do. It's a common magic item that many adventurers just speak in hushed tones about how much they would desire it. It is a bag of holding.
Ooh,
And
nice.
you can tell due to the aura of conjuration magic. And from Rizzo himself, you also detect a powerful aura of illusion. And also from this person right here, Risha, you detect a mixed aura of illusion and evocation.
Wait a minute, that's not how arcane tricks just work.
More like it seems like you're
metagaming. Metagaming.
If only you had a guy with truth.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, hey, Swobo, can I borrow that ring for a second? That Swobo, you done with your alcohol? Use your ring and come down here. God damn it.
Weird ass talk.
He's too drunk to find his own fingers.
I mean, look.
I mean, I can't find my
dick.
I'm the piss, but I can't find my dick.
Okay. Oh, all right. Anyway.
Anyways.
Okay.
Rizzo, or Rizzo Noth, as he calls himself, pulls out a piece of armor.
Ooh,
What?
armor.
When you look close, when you look,
in robes.
it is armor.
Uh,
When you look closely at it, you notice that this armor is actually not made of metal, but scales.
ooh, scale armor.
So the
Scale
druid can
armor's
wear.
cool. Yes.
This is an item that I understand is very sought after by druids. It is dragon scale mail. Very rare item nowadays.
Ooh, I could use some better armor. My armor class is fucking dog shit. So that is very tempting. Acast says in character.
Like, I'm just gonna say this for druids and stuff. Many people have talked about it before, how druids cannot wear metal, but dragon
No.
scales are not metal. It is
No,
a
they're
very
not.
rare armor
They're
that
made of
druids can
dragon.
wear.
They're made of dragon.
Note to self: find dragon, kill it.
Yes, put it. Yes, just take it. Take the skin, put it on your head. Ha.
Yeah, this
where's are
armor
you? Where the
is.
fuck are you?
You know, and this armor, by the way, is. Hold on.
No, we don't. No, we
Let
won't
me-
skin it. Aryu's not a full dragon. He's not magic enough for us to wear him.
Nor is he any kind of dragon.
He has a breath weapon.
Yeah.
He's not dragon enough, though.
Also, looking more closely, you will notice that
Dragon
this
bees
armor
nuts.
is copper. Those scales from a copper dragon.
Ooh, copper dragon. That is.
No, I thought
I think
copper
I've got-
dragons
I
were
think-
good guys.
Wait a second, that copper is metal.
No.
Oh
the scales aren't.
no!
No, it's just the color. They're not literally made of copper. They're made of dragon.
I don't know.
I think
Maybe
I don't know.
copper is
Swolo
somewhere.
knows the difference. He's not very smart.
Also, you're not here.
The scales obtained to make this armor, from what my past dealer told me, was these were actually donated.
Ooh, cool, nice. That's
There are not
fun.
that many dragons nowadays, or at least here in the Auseland. Since the only most well-known dragons are the guardian dragons themselves.
You know,
That's
we
fair.
met
This-
one of those,
Well, we met an avatar.
literally and figuratively.
one of our friends became
Since you're
an
from
avatar.
Shador, I presume it's Fossos.
Yeah, we saw the avatar and then actually talked to it through
Yes.
a servant.
Hey,
Priestess?
that just occurred to me. Hey, Dylan, you
What's
in
up?
case if we ever go back to Shador, go on the internet and find the fucking Avatar State theme so we can play it next time someone becomes a dragon.
Yeah. But
Exactly.
when you mentioned the whole avatar thing, that's when he looks at you, Paxi.
We've
You saw
been...
Juvia activate the avatar of Fossos.
Her daughter took something and she did it. Close enough, though.
Oh.
She got
I
grounded.
can. Such a. If it were any other place to commit such sacrilege, would it be. Well, never mind. She is the daughter of the High Priestess, so a slap on the wrist.
She used it to explode a giant monster's face.
I was gonna say, like, I go into detail about how I'm like, get this, and then Athenia
she
thinks
went,
she
"Oh."
needs to protect the dragon. Can you believe it? And then she got pounded in the face 12 times.
Wait,
And you
wait,
just
what?
hear it. And then you would hear Wonton. Well, Wonton, you guys wouldn't hear, but Wonton say, "Yeah, it was actually 12 times, but in like, I don't know, less than 6 seconds. It was fucking hilarious, right, Athenia?"
What are you guys talking about?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's
Right,
fine.
you were unconscious the
Athenia,
entire
I got
time.
a fucking story for you. Anyways,
Or do you, Wonton? I would love to hear it.
Athenia. I mean, you
yeah,
passed
it
out,
was
and you woke
how your
up, and I was
face
like,
got bashed in over and over, like, "Hey, Athenia!" And it was like, wham! And then I was like, "Hey, Athenia!" And it was like, wham! And then I was like, "Hey, Athenia!" Anyways.
This carries on for several minutes.
Then he was like, "Wait, I forgot a bit." Like, so I was like, "Hey, Athenia!" So it was like, wham! Then they healed you. Then I was like, "Hey, Athenia!" And then he just continues on.
You should mention that this Hey Athenia Wham sequence happened once every 6 seconds.
No, even faster.
No,
even
Half
more.
of that. Every 2 seconds.
Anyways,
I went down every 2 seconds. I was healed, up and conscious,
Then I was down, then I was healed, unconscious.
I find
Anyway.
it interesting that you mention Farsos, though. You're not the only ones to meet with her. I have also met her, as was a few members of my party, due to a deed we've done. To say the least, she was not really fond of me.
What?
I can't imagine why. You're very personable.
Perhaps.
I mean, you made a really
Jeez.
funny joke, so I like you.
Indeed. I'm not well versed in terms of humor, but I've been slowly adapting.
Balderdash.
I mean, you could use
Magic
a lozenge,
joke,
but that's my only complaint.
Yeah.
You know, a
Kinda
lot of
look-
people in this continent seem to have that issue.
Yeah.
How much do they smoke?
That's like kind of like looks at you, Paxley, and blinks. Then he just shakes his head. Regardless, back to the matter of hand, since we are sidetracking. This armor is something I know that you would most likely want, but as you can understand its value, I can't simply give it away. Unless a
How much for it?
deal.
How about I
Money.
give you some interesting information?
Information.
Information's cool, right? That's valuable.
What's such information? Because I
Um,
understand value of information can change.
True. Have you heard of the Horizon Initiative? No, not that's a different thing. Project Eden. Have you heard of
Yeah.
Project Eden?
That's when I can hear a sound of clattering coming from the other room.
If I have to fight a dude, I'm gonna be mad.
That is when he would turn. They can suddenly hear Buddy go, "Oh, sorry. I did not realize that was a plate there." That is when he looks back to you guys. I've never heard of it.
Well, I want to insight check whoever dropped a plate.
Roll insight.
But he's a spy.
God fucking 13.
Look, 13's
The
good.
guy
like,
did
out of 20,
indeed drop a plate.
Well, it seemed, from what your knowledge, it seemed like Buddy dropped a plate, although at a pretty convenient
Oh.
time.
Buddy dropped a plate. Oh, we're gonna have words, kid. I didn't. I
Why
thought it was
is
just
Buddy over
random
there?
dude dropped a plate.
No, it's Buddy.
But he's a spy.
Okay. Hey, can I is there like a side room I can take you off so you want to have like a brief conversation? It's a whole thing, and I just want to like sit down for it, show you something cool. Is it like a side room? Can I go in here for a second?
He'll follow you, and then she will also follow.
Okay.
I'll follow too. It's going to be really cramped in there, but it's going to be sick.
Real fast. I'm gonna run over to Buddy.
Yeah. Hey, look, Paxi needs help.
No. I'm just... Buddy.
I
Does the
tricked her.
name Siegfried Edelnot mean anything to you?
You don't know that. I didn't tell you guys
Did you-
anything. I told
I was
no one.
I was there.
No, you weren't.
I
was by
listened to
my-
the recordings.
No, you weren't.
Actually, you did come back and you did replay them.
No, I showed them. I did not show them to what's her face. I only showed them to Feather. Feather is the only person I talked to about this.
Oh, that is true.
Wait,
I
I thought
did
I
not tell.
listened. No, I listened to those recordings with Sakala. I thought.
I did not show them to Sakala. You didn't let me. I was gonna talk to her about it and try and sell it to her. And then
Oh, okay.
you pulled me away. Yeah. You. So I'm
you-
going to. Well, there.
Did you not? And you didn't show anybody else.
I did not. I told and showed no one except Feather of the Wind. Feather of the Wind is literally the only other living creature that knows this orb exists and what's inside of it.
My goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It wasn't relevant. Now it's relevant though. Okay. Hey, Buddy needs help. I'm going to, while we're in here, I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes going through all the recordings and then talking to him about like, hey, the
is it just
Sorcerer
you?
of Circles.
Oh.
Well, she's at the door. You wanted to go talk to Buddy, see what he knows.
Well, no, because
Yeah,
I thought
yeah, and I went to-
I knew this information. I was gonna go confront him, so I don't
Also,
know.
it was not the Sorcerer of Circles, but it was Zanasa. I thought the name was mentioned.
Yeah.
Oh, Zanasa. Is that not the Sorcerer? Who's that? Am I
Sorcerer of
fucking dumb?
Circles is Flaxus. Zanasa
Okay.
is the Riftweaver.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
My bad.
She's
Anyway,
the one who keeps
Riftweaver.
teleporting shit all over the place.
Yes. The teleporty shit person fucking opened a portal to another dimension and had a trade route with these people in another universe, and then he killed all of them, or someone killed all of them. And also, I'm going to tell him about Feather of the Wind told me that they once found a weapon that had that logo on it, and also about the robot Zakala has.
So you described this everything.
Yes.
And
He
what
now
kind of
knows everything we know about the Horizon Initiative. Not the Horizon Initiative, that's a different thing! Project Eden.
Alright.
Now do I know all of this?
I wanted to have a private conversation.
Oh, fine.
I want to keep this close to my chest.
All right.
The Horizon Initiative. Yeah, the Horizon Initiative is a very different thing.
But I've got all the notes.
Look, I remember. Look, that's fucking Dane knows more things than Kai does, but Acast knows more things than Paxi does. That's what matters.
So, when
Yeah,
you
I guess
finish
Archie-
revealing everything, he is just like this right now.
Okay.
Risha has been listening the entire time, but that's because Rizzo, or Rizzonath, basically said like she's allowed because she's
Yeah.
his eyes. She needs to know what he knows.
Yes.
And when you tell him everything, I will be honest with. What is your name again?
Acast.
Acas. I will be honest with you, Acas. This is certainly very new information. It is very important, but in a way that I'm not sure how.
Well,
The fact that a great mage had associations or an attempted association with another plane of existence is both bewildering, exciting, and also terrifying.
yes.
And
Also, the things
Sakala's
from their universe aren't magical. They have some kind of technology that rivals our ability to use magic, but it's not magic, it's just technology. So they're things they're like I have this stick, Feather has one too. It can't detect them. Anti-mag spells don't really work on them right. They're very weird. So there's things out there that are very yes.
If you encountered one of those here, then it means there must be more.
Yes. I found this orb, and I don't know where Feather told me you found a weapon with the symbol on it. I didn't get all the details, but
Yes, it was a sword that created a blade of energy.
cool.
And if you're saying this symbol is associated with this Project Eden,
Yes.
then we must have found a very similar thing, but we did not know its origins. We thought of it as a creation of the Grandmaster Artificer, and yet it didn't have a symbol. I appreciate for you to share this information with me, and even though I don't know what use I can make of it, to the fact that I'm at least enlightened of another existence. Wait. And... Calvin was aware of this. Or at least somewhat.
He was. The robot we found that Zakala had in pieces. The Calvin told us where that artifact was. He didn't know what it was, but he knew there was a remnant in that cave. The remnant was what... Also, just for clarity's sake, I found both times there was remnants of remnant energy. The stick picked it up. That was the remains of the portals.
Which is the work of the Riftweaver.
Yes.
For that, I thank you. And in a way, this information truly is priceless. So you're welcome to take the armor.
Okay,
In
good.
fact, I cannot part with the armor and feel satisfied, so I'm willing to give you something extra.
Here, well, I have an idea. You have ways of contacting people from great distance, I assume. Sending is like a first level spell.
Of course.
So I'm gonna level with you. Zakala is trying to like Frank and Gnome together a robot, and Wealth Splitters become corporeal. So I don't know what's going on in Shador right now, but that's a whole other thing. If you learn anything else about Project Eden, I want to know about it. I'm invested in this at this point, and I mean,
I mean, as I've said before, I have no idea what it is. So,
well, I mean,
everything you've told me is new information. In fact,
But-
on a subject I wasn't even aware of.
well, maybe if you happen to get lucky enough, maybe we can help. I don't know. That's up to them, really. If you manage to take stuff from the Boomies, some kind of raid on their facilities or whatever, and you get Project Eden artifacts, or just find them out there somewhere, we can put our heads together on this.
That I can agree on.
Because I mean, again, I have Animal Messenger, so I can communicate with you at least from a certain distance.
And
If
I
I
know your
find
name and face, so I can
Yes.
simply contact you whenever I desire, if you are fine with that. So understand, people
Yes.
do cherish their mental privacy.
That they do. I mean, on it, like this stuff, like this technology, this powers from another universe. It's very, I mean, as you said, it's important, even though it's hard to put exactly why. And I mean, I have told the only other person who knows about this aside from the three of us is Feather, because I trust her, druid to druid kind of thing. So
I'm not fond of Feather, but I do also respect her for her honesty.
yeah, I mean, druids can be hard to get along with, I know, but she's good people. At least I think. So, but you know, I mean, this may be a reason to go back to Shader, honestly. I don't know. The robot that Zakala has can talk, so maybe if you find another one, you can get it to talk.
If it can talk, then it must be a threat, but I will do my best to assist in obtaining any information I can find. If they find anything, I will promptly alert you.
Okay.
And if you find anything, I hope you also do the same.
Exactly.
It seems that there's a lot more threats to this world than I initially thought. But yes.
He nods to Risha, who steps aside. Yeah, and he also steps out.
Okay.
Notice when he reaches into the bag again and pulls out the armor that he initially put away, and he gives it to you.
Pog, what's my? I'll let you add that. Is it just like normal dragon scale armor?
Yes.
Or... Okay, equipment.
Dragon scale mail.
Okay, filter, dragon, scale, mail, bronze, add, equipment. My AC just went up by 3. Fucking poggers.
And he also reaches into the bag one more time.
And let me see. For this information, I think I might have something that would be interested in. All of you can make use of it in your own ways. Here we go.
And he pulls out a gold double ring that has various runes and stuff inscribed on it. And he gives it to you.
Any
Sling
of you
ring.
can have this. It is a ring of spell storing.
Woo!
It already has a spell on it already. But when you use it, you can store up to 5 other levels of spells total.
Don't give it to the
The
guy
spell
with
in it-
only 2 spell slots.
No. Actually, I mean, you can put 5 levels worth of spells in there, and then take a short rest, and then you just have another spell.
Mhm.
When you get 5th level spells, you can literally only put 1 spell in it. Because that's how it works.
I can only cast 4th level spells, so I can still only put 1 spell in it.
Man, being a warlock is fucking trash.
For now.
Imagine not being able to turn into a fucking cat and having a climbing speed. Trash
Or being
tier
able
0 out
to
of
smite
10.
shit.
I think exactly.
Imagine,
Wait, warlocks can smite shit, but they're bad at it.
imagine needing to change forms to do combat with people. Huh.
Touche. Okay. What
Imagine
spell
doing
can
combat with people when you can just force them to be your friend through the power of charisma.
True.
Your true
Imagine
friends
being
were
friends
the
with
enemies
people.
that you fought along the way, that you made into your friends.
Imagine being friends. Corpses don't have a choice of who they're friends with.
Oh god. Fucking healer gnome killed Swolbo and is wearing him like a suit.
What the fuck?
Well, I mean, Swolbo is starting to say very healer gnome-y things, so that's my assumption.
Oh.
Swolbo's not there.
Yes.
But yes, as for the spell in this ring, it is mislead.
Ooh. Interesting. Very fun.
One of my personal spells. Well, not personal, but as an illusionist, I specialize in such magic. And since I stored this ring, but no longer have a use for it, due to having other magical items, you can keep it. And once you use that spell up, any of your casters can store your own spells. Either ahead of time, such as ahead of time. So that way you have more spells that you would normally cast in a single day. Think of it as a
Fully on board
emergency.
with that.
You can keep it, or you can give it to any of your allies. It matters none. But these are... well, the armor is the trade, and think of the ring as a gift.
I appreciate it.
As of goodwill. Also, Pax and Athenia, what are you doing?
Well, here's the thing that I want to just sort of point out.
Mhm.
While Paxi doesn't know anything that he thought he did, he still was like, huh, that plate drop was suspicious. I wonder what that's about, and rolled enough on insight to know that, maybe something was fishy going on.
Maybe it was a little too convenient.
Yeah, so you still have a reason to go talk to Buddy while I'm talking to these two.
Yep, that's why I'm over there.
I mean, I do know what the
I'm
Eden
just over
project is, and he did drop that at an odd time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you do know the Eden Project vaguely because I mean, that name rings a bell.
Right, but I have no
The
idea
robot
that...
said something about that to us.
I
You
know nothing
that-
about communication
recording.
from another dimension.
Yes, all you know is that they have a robot.
Hmm.
Hey, buddy.
Drop your plate
Athenia,
there,
right,
buddy.
Paxi? Yes. If you can understand, with me being locked in myself for a long time, my hands have quite as dexterous as they used to be.
Why were you
Okay.
carrying a plate to begin with?
He just looks down at it. Well, why
Dramatic
not?
effect.
Just inspecting everything because it's been a long time since I've even been near a dining area, if that matters. That's one of the other two mages here. This one seems to be busy talking with Missy. Seems about very interested in her crossbow. While this guy has just been leaning against the wall, he kind of just like raises an eyebrow.
Buddy,
But may I help you?
could we ask you a question
Of
under
course.
the zone of truth?
The Zone of Truth. What magic is that?
The cast Zone of Truth, you have to make a charisma save.
Wow. You guys have no
He-
trust in Buddy. I'm
He
disappointed
succeeds.
Of course he does.
Almost, like, he seems to succeed the moment you cast it.
Yeah, but Athenia knows he succeeded.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of blinks. So, what is exactly the Zone of Truth?
Uh-huh.
Don't worry about it.
I roll insight.
Roll insight.
Yeah. He's telling the truth.
Okay, so Drew,
Taxi, you want to
let
roll
me ask
inside?
you.
This is the most honest man the world has ever seen.
I haven't asked him a question yet, so I
I'm
actually
a
want.
dumb
Okay.
blonde.
Okay, what? Ask him, Taxi.
I just. It's like,
I'm a dumb as fuck blonde.
buddy. Buddy, where are you from?
I do not remember. I told you that when I was in the cell. I don't remember where I'm from.
17.
This bitch has legendary actions. I'm scared.
I'm gonna say this right now. He looks completely honest, but you're kind of like staring, and you have a strong, like a faint suspicion that this man is super honest. He seems to be completely unaffected by the zone of truth. But then you're starting to realize that this guy may most likely be hiding stuff,
He may
and he's
most
just
likely.
yes, but he seems to be super good at lying, way too good.
No, he's just really honest.
Like, if anyone else were to be asking, they would genuinely think, like Athenia, that has nothing to hide. He's just a confused guy, a little clumsy. He's been locked away a long time. He has no recollection of his past. And
Okay.
he's strangely immortal. It doesn't need to eat or drink. But somehow...
So I'm just gonna do like the clap hands together, like, boy.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, cards on the
Please
table.
open up about your life story.
Buddy,
Within 10 feet of 2 random motherfuckers.
you owe us nothing. You owe us no explanations. I am 100% convinced if you wanted to leave that prison, you could have. And you chose to bring us with you.
That is true.
If
There was not much of a reason.
you wouldn't mind, could you tell
Wouldn't.
me what you know about Project Eden, either here now, or we could go for a walk? And,
A walk. Isn't it
Be-
more dangerous outside?
I mean, outside of earshot.
Project Eden. Should I know that name?
I'm
Can I
going
roll insight? You
I'm
know I
going
believe
no,
him.
I'm just going to sigh disappointingly. I'm
Why
going
do
to
you
give
keep
him
harassing this
my
man, this
most
honest man?
practiced disappointed dad sigh.
Are you okay, Paxi?
You know what?
don't-
I'm also going to roll performance on my disappointed dad sigh.
God.
18 on my
You were
disappointed.
disappointed.
And I'm just gonna be like, no, I guess you shouldn't. Or I guess you wouldn't know anything about Project Eden. And then I'm just gonna...
Would you mind explaining what it is to me? Unless it is something secret, since you implied a walk.
God damn it.
This man is a puzzle wrapped in enigma. He's your egg to crack, Baxter.
It would be a lot easier if I had the name Siegfried Edelnot in my brain to recite to him.
It would be. It would be, wouldn't it?
It would be.
Paxi,
Hmm?
why are you harassing this man?
Look,
He's clearly very honest.
Athenia,
Look,
you
him
are...
dropping that.
You are... Athenia, you are, touched by the holy pantheon of the gods. I am touched by the opposite power. Things don't happen for no good reason. And when we mentioned that name, Project Eden,
Actually, I just realized he automatically failed the zone. I mean, he automatically succeeded the zone of truth. Athena, you should technically have advantage on that insight.
Oh, okay.
I just realized, like, there's no reason not to. Okay.
4. Natural 2 this time.
Well, you don't come. You kind of do believe him that a lot more, but not. He's not clean. He's still. He seems like you don't detect him lying, but for some reason he automatically succeeded the zone of truth you cast. So that in itself is suspicious.
I'm just gonna say, I've never seen Buddy make a wasted movement in my entire day of knowing him. and we mentioned Project Eden, and he dropped his plate.
Hmm.
And I'm saying this to Athenia while staring at Buddy in the face.
What's that
Let's do
supposed to
the-
be?
That's my really terrible intimidation that I'm not even gonna bother trying to roll.
Want to roll intimidation? Go ahead.
No, because nothing's gonna happen other than a nat 20.
So,
Ah, yeah,
As he
there it
does-
is.
Good job.
he tried to intimidate, but instead you have puppy eyes. He was like,
I'm giving him that like anime girl look where it's
Pretty
supposed to be
please tell me
intimidating, but I
everything.
just puff out my cheeks a little bit. Yeah. He's like, what the
Also-
hell?
also, while you guys are wrapping up your during that, Maverick is going to come in, whereas Akez and Rizzo are finishing theirs. And that is when he whispers into Rizzo's ear. That's when Rizzo raises a hand. Akez,
Yeah.
this information. Did you tell your allies about it?
Just not just
Oh boy, you should definitely do that, Akez.
just Feather. Feather and you are the only people I've told.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Any particular reason on why?
I mean, look,
just
they
don't
all
trust-
have a thing. I want to have a thing. I mean, it's important to play. I mean, you as a wizard should know that sometimes it's important to keep things to yourself. Play your cards close to your chest. Have the advantage of knowledge over might or physical wealth or something like that. Right? Right?
But if it's information that it contains, that does puts the safety of others in potential jeopardy.
I mean, I'm around.
I will not judge you, but it seems like your allies find one of your new allies suspicious. Seem to have ties with this Project Eden.
Did he hear us
God.
3 rooms away?
No. He was right here.
Oh.
And then when he got started interrogating, that's when he left to go
Okay.
for
There we go.
Rizzo.
Are they so suspicious about Buddy? Are they suspicious about Buddy's great?
Anyway, we should go to wherever the country that we're trying to go to.
Yeah. Maybe we can blow up some kind of outpost along the way for fun.
Yeah.
Just like we find like a small outpost, like a wooden fort or something.
Hey, Akez, that armor looks new and shiny. Is that dragon scales?
It is.
Wow, it looks great on you, buddy friend
Thank
that
you.
wouldn't keep anything from us.
Oh yeah, I got it because I got
You
it.
notice
because I-
Rizzo starts,
Yeah,
like, after he
weird.
walked in the room, just steps aside and starts staring at Buddy for a bit.
Rizzo does?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Buddy is kind of just, like, looking a little confused with the sudden tension that's on him.
God
And then Akis, you feel a presence enter your mind.
Okay, cool.
the actual fuck.
It seems, and it speaks with your voice, but essentially says there is more to your friend than meets the eye. This
Yeah.
is Rizzo speaking.
Yeah, no shit.
All right.
The guy
Okay.
punched holes in people.
Yeah.
I have another talent that I did not reveal initially, but I can detect
Oh.
the presence of others through their minds. And this buddy of yours has no such presence. I did not
Okay.
initially.
Have we ever seen Buddy bleed?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He got hit with
He's
a crossbow.
He had several bolts in his chest, and he did not react.
He's a synth. Did blood come out? Did red blood come out of his body?
Yes.
Okay.
We should have the person with true sight take a look at all the people around us right now.
I've
I
had
mean,
my
no,
true
like, yeah.
active near Buddy
I'm
before. I
psyched
don't
near
think I saw
Buddy,
anything
yeah.
on him.
I mean, he's a synth. He's an android. True Sight didn't reveal that.
True sight reveals if you're a shapeshifter, right?
Yes.
I mean, he's not a shapeshifter though. He's an android. Very clearly, he's an android.
This is the Fallout 4 all over again?
Yes, he's a fucking synth.
Well,
Okay. I will reply to Rizzo. I'll keep that in mind.
buddy, where do you go from here?
I do not know, honestly. I don't really have a plan in life. I mean, I did spend a good couple of centuries in that prison. It's not like there's much I can really do.
How long
I
has
am
the Boomies
strong.
theocracy been in place?
Not as when Missy would speak up. Oh, for a good 400, about 500 years.
God damn it! His story checks out.
I don't know.
I mean,
You should ask her if she remembers the beginning.
I mean, you know,
That's not really information that is common and well known. I mean, there is the Grand Tale, but that is it.
I mean, if you want, buddy, you could hang out with us, or if you would, you could. If you're the type for vengeance, you could stay with these people. I feel like this resistance could use someone like you.
That is when Rizzo would then start stroking the metal plate. And kind of like his eyes kind of scrunch up a little bit. Buddy, is that your name? Yes, well, I don't know, is what they've been calling me. Is there a name you prefer? I guess not. Seems like Buddy suits me just fine. Or at least for now, until I can remember what my name is. Buddy. Why do I not detect you? Pardon?
It's like the Avatar.
This is a little trait that I have not revealed due to me keeping it secret. But after it gets as revealed, at least your sincerity, and also giving me something very valuable. I shall reveal to all of you that I do possess a rather unique ability that is rather uncommon in most folk, which is the power of psionics. Long story short, it is similar to magic, but focuses on the power of the mind. It is very rare, very uncommon. Most associate it with aberrations, due to its common source, such as beholders, mind flares, some Durgar, and so on. But my trait allows me to detect minds of others, which is why I cannot, well, no one can really hide from me when they're within a certain proximity. And you, buddy, for all I know, you don't exist. You are welcome to stay here. We can give you a place if you have none, but we require the truth. Otherwise, we may see you as a threat, because such secrets we cannot allow.
I want to speak up. Well, the story he gave us is that he was imprisoned for literally centuries, and for so long that he's forgotten a lot of what he was like before
Of
he was locked away.
course, but I'm not talking about his story. I'm talking about why he doesn't exist to me.
I mean,
There is
by his own admission, he doesn't remember what about him is magic.
True. But why does he not exist? As in, why do I not detect a mind?
Is it possible that someone could be resistant or immune to your psionic detection? I mean, Buddy seems to be quite powerful, physically at least.
And yet he has... Have you ever detected any magic from him?
Oh, he
I don't-
punches people.
I haven't tried. I don't. Actually, I have used detect magic around him, and no.
I will say
Wait
this.
a
You never
Definitely a synth.
I look at Rizzo and I look at him and I'm like, wait a minute. I give him like the you don't think look.
Cast the spell. Buddy, please cooperate.
We have to wait 10.
Okay.
We have to wait 10. Wait, can't you cast it though, dude? We have to wait 10 minutes for me to do it. I can only do it the once.
Fine then.
Point
Okay.
the staff at him.
He casts the mat spell. And you notice his eyes kind of glow a little bit. Not a single aura.
Point the staff at him.
I point the staff at him.
It does not glow. Although you notice that it seems to glow somewhat faintly when it was in Rizzo's general direction.
Well, of course, he's probably got like one in his chest. Like instead of an arc reactor,
But
he's got a arc remnant.
But when you point at Buddy, the thing just winks out. No traces of remnants.
Very atypical.
Wait, do we have a remnant? I have my bottle. Did my bottle of whole count as a remnant?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I hold up the bottle. Point the stick at the bottle.
Point stick at bottle.
Stick lights up.
Since you have the desire to detect it, it does light up. It lights up very bright.
Buddy, hold
Okay.
this.
He grabs the bottle and he holds it.
I point the stick at the bottle again.
It glows.
God damn it. Thank you, buddy. I take the bottle back.
Yep. Yo. So I'm assuming you're not going to let me leave until I answer, right? Even though I don't.
I think. I mean. Okay, fine. I'm gonna fucking pull out. I'm gonna pull out the orb. I'm gonna show it to him. Does this look familiar to you?
His eyes would immediately dart to the orb, but then look back away. Then he just slowly look at it.
Come on. It's like fucking shit.
Really? You need to get better dice.
I need to
better
stop
dice.
rolling.
You want to roll insight? He's just like, what is that?
I mean,
Hey, guys, roll insight for the love of God.
and
Use your eyes, not like me, where I tried to look at him with my toes.
What the fuck is there? Oh, I have a plus. Oh, it's wisdom. Yay. Okay. I mean,
with advantage, actually.
I mean, okay.
Hey,
There we
saw
go.
him.
Fucking
Yeah, he definitely knows what that orb is. 100%.
Okay, I put it away, and I want to try and side glance at Rizzo and be like, well, I think it's best if we sort of take this in steps. I don't want to overwhelm the guy. Let's I mean, we don't even know exactly when we're going to be leaving or where exactly we're going to be headed to. If we are leaving the Boomy Theocracy, we probably want to work out a route that we can avoid, walking into another trap. So, places we can go that are safe. So we probably will be here a few days.
Akins,
We can try
where did
and
you get that?
I just found it in the woods. Straight up.
Was this when you went into the diseased woods?
Yeah, I went into the diseased woods and I found that spooky bone. Found this too. It's an orb. It's a ball.
Heartwood Forest.
Yes.
Yeah,
Not
we
as
found
one, buddy.
a
Or
hunter killer.
lost.
We broke it. His sword's
Here's
made
the
out
thing.
of it.
Ooh.
Oh, Swellbow's upstairs.
Yeah. Bulbo is fucking dead. He died of alcohol poisoning. We're gonna have to revivify him.
Notice one buddy walks over, crosses his arms. If I reveal myself, because at this point I feel that it is no longer safe for me to not say anything. He then looks at Rizzo. He would also have to reveal his secret as well. Not as when Rizzo would blink.
All eyes turn to Rizzo.
That's when Rizzo would like blink. No.
Okay.
If I do, I would require all of you to keep this a secret. And also, I need your
I know
word.
it's secret.
Cross my
Sure.
heart and hope it flies. Stick a cupcake in my eye.
What are you, dead? Tell me you're dead. Tell me you're a walking skeleton.
No. That's when he would just go grab the metal plate and you notice his normal skin shimmers before revealing something purple and slimy. When he takes the plate off,
Mind flayer.
4 tentacles move out.
Oh, he's a mind flayer.
You okay? That's I mean, I'm gonna level with you. Not 30 seconds ago, you said psionics doesn't have anything to do with aberrations, and yet here we are. Like, no offense, just you're not making a great case for yourself.
I'm gonna look at him, just be
Some
like,
humans are known to use psionics.
I
I've
know.
encountered several.
I know, but here's an idea. Don't lead with I'm not an aberration, because it's just a weird thing to lead into. Like, it's gonna make people suspicious.
what do I roll till I see if I know what this is?
Roll history or nature.
Roll tentacles.
Much
Roll the
better
tentacles
at the history. Yeah, I think I
You
know
have a-
what it is.
You have heard some bit about the Underdark. There are many freaky, dangerous things there, but you have heard of illithids. How they live in colonies deep underground. They are known for enslaving people, turning them into thralls, and they seem to have a deep hatred for a lot of things. But you also remember is that briefly mentioned about them is that their society actually absolutely despises magic, seeing it as an inferior method to their
Oh.
psionics.
He's
And he's a
yes.
wizard.
He's an outcast.
And I'm just
He's
like,
an illusionist.
it's like, this makes a lot of sense, actually.
As you can understand, hiding my true origins is necessary.
Boy, you
Only
and Sakala share, like, a thing.
Yeah.
You and Magic, her
Don't
and me.
compare us. That's an
Wait a minute.
insult.
That's fair. She's very bitchy. Wait a minute. So we have brain spiders.
And then we have
fucking-
Brain
we have-
Octopus.
No, we have Dressured is from the Underdark. You're a mind flayer. Mind flayer is slur. I should know that. Anyway.
It is merely something you surface dwellers address us. Well,
Okay.
no.
Did you
people.
know Dressured before coming to the
Yeah,
surface?
yeah. Did you three like meet in the Underdark? Or did you know Dressured before? I want to know this story now. Like I don't.
That is a long story for another time. But yes,
Okay,
Drescher and I have met each other before we
Okay.
went to the surface.
and he knows.
Sakala's magic is coincidental. A little
Okay.
too
I'm
much.
reasonably sure everybody in the Black Token Society knows.
I don't know.
Only Drescher and
See?
Sakala better know. She was all up in your brain.
I feel like he can counter
she
brain
could
magic.
not breach my mind. She wanted
Exactly.
to know, but she could
He's
not.
He's got real. They've got real. Mind flayers have so many wrinkles. It's fucking crazy.
Anyways, my secret's out.
Then he looks
Yes.
at
Buddy.
the person
Right.
who is hooded.
All eyes turn to Buddy.
Well, that happened pretty quickly. Well, so what do you want to know?
I mean, as much as you do, frankly. So I'm gonna be fully on level with you.
Well, that is kind of broad.
I
Why
mean,
don't you start with a question.
Now tell me why the Zone of Truth didn't work on you.
It's because magic does not work on me, or at least magic that affects the mind.
Do you know what you are? Because I think I know what you are.
I do know what I am.
Okay. Let me a follow-up question.
20 questions.
Okay. Well, I've asked 3, so we have 17 left. So, I mean,
What kind of
why-
hacking bullshit?
Okay, actually, here's a really important one. Was the whole "I don't remember my past" thing complete lies, or are there things you don't remember?
It is a complete lie.
Okay, that's fair, actually.
Wait. Okay, so I'm gonna just turn to Akaz. All right. Before he tells us, what is he?
You remember how we fought the not golem? He's one.
The hunter killer?
Yes, the hunter killer. He's one. He looks like a people. Am I right? Do I get points?
Wait, what are you asking?
Is he
I'm asking- Yeah,
Are you a
I'm-
Terminator?
Exactly. Yes, I like he's like that.
Have you seen that gnomish play, The Terminator? Terminator 2 is
Yeah.
great.
I
Nominator?
no.
Yeah,
I have not heard of that play.
Yeah, you
But-
know, I can really relate to the bad guy in that.
Oh no.
The big buff gnome.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is.
All right,
I don't
well,
want to say.
You have us on pins and
Arnold
needles here,
Schwarzenegger?
buddy. Tell us what's up.
I mean, he's the from Project Eden.
Can we just say Akaz played the messages for us so we know what the hell?
Fine. I will explain to it that this thing I have contains information about Project Eden. Yes, Project Eden. I got it right that time.
Uh-huh.
And from that, I'm able to infer that he's like this is another thing from Project Eden, like that robot we fought. So clearly, he has to be associated with them too in some way. And since he also is unaffected by magic and cannot be detected by psychic energies, he's probably another golem construct like that hunter-killer
Well, he
thing
specifically said of the mind. So I'm going to go out on a
What?
limb and say anybody from whatever dimension Project Eden is from cannot be affected by the mind.
I'm pretty sure.
Incorrect.
I mean, if they're humans, I assume they have brains.
Neat buckets. All right.
Any other questions, or are we done?
What?
Are-
You haven't
okay,
told us
here's a good
anything.
one. Here's a good one.
You are the ones asking the questions. I will answer.
Are
to the
you?
best of my
What is
ability.
your dimension called? What planet are you from?
I am from planet Earth.
Neat.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
There
actually,
is
you know,
no
here's-
name for our dimension, or at least
What
to
is
my
Earth?
knowledge.
Here's I think the most important question that I'm gonna ask because I like you, buddy. You seem like a good guy. Do you, why you're here, whatever you like, your purpose is that you know of, do you pose a threat to us? Are you hostile to us? Do you want to hurt us or fight us? 'Cause if not, then
I
you're
am
cool
not
in my-
hostile.
Okay, then he's cool
Okay.
in my books, whatever he is.
Why? Okay, how did you come here? Why did you come here? And why did you just sit in prison for several hundred years?
I can. How I came here was through a rift, particularly opened by the Riftweaver, Senasa. As for why, I was sent there on a mission by my officials, under the goal to seek her out, and also obtain as much information as I can of this world.
Information. Anyway,
As for why I sit in prison, I just simply did not want to draw too much suspicion than I already have, so I simply wished to wait it out. But then after meeting you, I realized that I could use you as a distraction, perhaps, to break free.
Fair.
Obviously, we succeeded a little bit more so than I imagined. Well,
So-
Don't worry.
That was
They're
not the
gonna
right
be worried
word.
about you.
are you aware that the mage that you've been looking for is dead?
yes.
Okay. Do you? Okay. I'm gonna be a bit more hushed about this. Do you know that? Do you know that? You know that Edelrot's dead?
Edelrod?
Or Siegfried?
That I am also aware.
Okay. I mean, it's been a long time. He probably would be dead either way. But
So did
He
you
was-
come here as a scientific, like, emissary, or is this just a job?
are you a spy?
I am a spy.
Nice. Well, I mean, I guess the question then becomes: since you have nothing left to spy on, what do you want to do?
My whole goal was to obtain information of this world as much as I can, so that when contact is established with my officials, I can relay this information. But there has been no connection since the 900 years I've been sent here.
I mean,
How long does one typically live in your planet?
He's
For
Pax-
a humanoid, typical age is up to 200 years due to
Paxi,
advanced
you know
and
he's not
age
human,
restrictions.
right? Paxi, he's a robot, Paxi. He
But
can't
for
die.
me, it is as long as I can continue to maintain myself, which, as long as I can find ample resources, I can live up to over 10,000 years, perhaps longer, before I have to worry about my core breaking down.
Cool. Hey, actually, you know what? Piece of advice: if you ever find a woman called Zakala, run. She's
I am
gonna try
aware of
to.
her existence as well as the work of the Black Token Society. It is
Oh.
hard to not obtain information about them during my travels. He looks at him. In fact, I believe I've met one of your members, although I was wearing a different face at the time.
Ooh,
That is
cool.
when Rizzo, or Rizzomoth, which is a more appropriate name, kind of blinks.
I'm still calling him Rizzo.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Which
fair.
member? Sakala, actually. Although she was part of the Great House at the time, I met her when she was traveling during her exile. She was not a very friendly individual, but I understand.
Mm.
Hmm.
Mm.
Is there anything else you'd wish to ask? If I may. You said different face. You're capable of changing your appearance? That is correct. He kind of looks at you guys. Well, Rizzo does. What is your true appearance?
Is he a liquid metal Terminator, or is he one of those scary skeleton
Old-fashioned
Terminators?
one, yeah.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah.
That's when you notice his body starts shifting a little moment. His skin starts turning transparent. His hair and stuff starts turning into this transparent material. Then other parts of his body start shifting, like his arms start turning black and start extending into tendrils. And various metal protrusions start appearing on his chest. Then you notice 3 red eyes form on his transparent face, as well as various other eyes on his shoulders.
So this is
I wasn't
not
expecting
magic.
that.
This is technology, and true sight would not have seen this.
I pan over to Paxi. Are you just now realizing this?
And then, no longer
You're-
standing in Rizzo's place, Buddy's place as a human, but
A bit
some
behind.
sort of entity.
I'm still
Oh.
calling him Buddy.
Yeah, he's buddy. Yeah, he's buddy. I mean, he's still the same buddy.
It's just not an I anymore. Now it's a 1.
And also in Campaign
Jack
1,
buddy.
this is what it looks like.
Full art of buddy. Oh, buddy looks fucking cool.
All right, let me see. Whoa,
Uh-huh.
that's pretty
My-
freaky looking. Not gonna lie,
It's cool though. Like cool
it
freaky.
is cool.
Hey, wait! You guys both have tentacles. Synergy.
So, what information on the Riftweaver did you gather while you were here?
As Dylan gets his voice synthesizer.
He speaks in the exact same voice of Buddy, which is kind of uncanny due to his changed appearance. Also, you notice that everyone else in the room is looking greatly disturbed.
Uh,
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
I'm
I think
also
it's
really
cool.
disturbed, but I don't let it show
Although-
because of my high charisma.
Rizzo looks more fascinated, and Missy seems to be more holding her crossbow tightly, as if ready to shoot him at the moment he seems threatening. But when he has that
But
information
everyone's
on,
okay with the mind flare.
seems like everyone, like these guys
I think-
already know of his.
I feel like most of these people probably
Well,
already know.
Missy?
Missy doesn't see. For all you, she seems like looked at like a squid creature. She doesn't seem to know anything
Missy's
about what
an
a mind flare
eldritch
is.
god. She doesn't care.
Yeah,
She
exactly.
seems like she
I'm
doesn't
waiting
even
for
know
Missy
what a
to
mind flare
break
is.
out of her skin.
Although you notice that this guy here, who's been carrying her ammunition, has a little wet spot in his pants.
That makes sense.
And he kind of moves over here. Anyways, information on the Riftweaver. I have gathered a great deal of information on her, although it's been scattered, due to the fact that not long after I arrived, she and the others got hit by a wave of energy that seemed to wipe off most traces.
Okay.
What information I have gathered was the fact that she seemed to be very chaotic, where she was enthusiastic with her magic, didn't have much of a care of the consequences. She would go to different locations and pull in whatever dimensions she thought she could find, although she did hold some favoritism towards certain dimensions.
Not just Earth.
Dimension I came from is one. That would be correct. Although I do not know the exact one, since such information is a tussle to obtain now. There are various multitude of creatures from places that are not familiar with this land, and although most have died out due to them in fact just being ordinary creatures, there has been a couple who seem to breed and reproduce.
Didn't they say that the worm that caused the big corruption in the Heartward Forest was originally caused when she opened a portal somewhere?
Yes.
That's what Wonton said, yes.
Huh. Well, she opened a dimension to the body horror portal to the body horror dimension. The Cronenberg dimension.
Oh god.
Anything else you wish to ask? Such information I've gathered would ordinarily be classified, however it's safe to assume that my creators are no longer alive. Either through to the fact of me living long enough that, if assuming time flows normally, they would have outlived their lifespan, or whatever creatures that the NASA brought through ended up destroying civilization as we know it.
Yeah, that definitely happened according to the recordings.
From what we understand, such creature may not actually be a creature. For the information I've obtained just before the connection was severed, was something made by Elnock,
Not ideal.
referred to as the Lifesmith.
Oh, yeah, no, that's bad. I mean, regardless, if time goes even like a third, like 300 years is a long time.
But
It is more than 300 years. It is over 900.
I'm just saying, like, even if time in your universe is a third as fast as it is here, and it's only been
that is
300
correct.
years, like, if time flows anywhere near the same, no one's gonna miss you at this point, no matter what's going on over there.
I am rather important due to my creator's objectives. I am part of Project Eden, after all. It is a expansive project, focusing on creating even more advanced machinery.
Buddy,
I
do
mean,
you like creating things?
That it is not in my objective or programming, so I do not like.
I mean, do you want to find a way to go back to your world?
So we did confirm this guy is a robot.
Yeah,
Look at his
he's a
fucking
Terminator.
face. Look at his fucking face.
Go to
Fucking
Campaign 1 and that's what he looks like.
Is that a robot to you?
What the hell?
That's what
Wait,
he looks
this is
like.
what he's looked like the whole time?
No,
No.
that's
No.
what he looks like now. This is his true form.
Oh,
He
okay.
looked like a
Also-
fucking dude until right now.
Also, Rizzo is a
Mind Flayer.
mind flayer, yeah.
And
missed a
you're past that drunk.
Hey, I've not rolled to have passed out yet. That's not fair.
That's fair.
Make a Constitution roll. Save. It's a save. And you physically can't. You are sober as fuck. You cannot
Yeah,
get
you're
drunk
as
tonight.
sober as I am.
You are so
I would like to
angry.
rage drink.
You
Anyways.
remember that 3 gold that Paxi gave the bartender? After I finish my 2 drinks, I'm gonna be like, hey, how much is that 3 gold worth? Just keep bringing them out.
And he just fucking places the entire.
I'm just drinking
Thing in front of
the
you.
whole night you guys are down here.
Or let's just drink as much as your stomach can handle. Anyways,
Slosh.
Buddy
slosh.
kind of just nods his head slightly. Additionally, to properly identify myself, Buddy is not my name. However, you may call me as such since you have some sort of attachment to it. What I am is SBT-004, Chameleon Class Model of Project Eden, number 3.
Yeah,
I think
your
you
buddy.
can agree. Yeah, I think you can
Wait
agree
a
that
minute.
Buddy's a lot shorter.
Buddy, are there other chameleon class of your type in this world, or are you the only one?
I am the only one that exists.
God damn it.
Well,
has
that
been
you
several
know
others
of,
that's been made
in
of me.
900 years.
Are there other hunter killers that came through?
Perhaps.
Better question.
I know
Do
of
you-
one.
Do you know of everything that got taken into into this reality from yours?
I do.
Okay. Well, we can account for.
One
I guess if
hunter
you- I mean-
killer.
I mean, if this is something that matters to you, we can account for one sword, one robot, one hunter killer, which is dead-ish, and this, and you.
Zenosa has brought a great deal over to this world, or at least... At first it was random objects. Pieces of technology that really have no worth to your world, but is very important to ours, such as energy cores, generators, electronic devices. But
Yeah.
when a connection was properly established with this Riftweaver, our company has delivered more to her in exchange for her providing knowledge as well as some of these magical artifacts that she had in her possession. Which is what the creators deemed as very important and groundbreaking, which is understandable. In our world, magic is non-existent. But as for things, I see no reason to keep this from you due to the fact that my creators, due to severed contact, would no longer be deemed classified, and thus need to be withheld. The only reason why my identity was kept hidden was due to standard protocol.
Okay.
But, such information, there is a great deal of things that did get transported over to this reality. But one that I know would be greatly important and concerning for you is a constructor class model.
What?
Is that some kind of engineer?
Do you know what an engineer is?
I mean, fucking sappers were a thing. Like an
True.
engineer, like an engineer doesn't have to have like a fucking wrench and build a sentry gun. Like Michelangelo was an engineer, technically.
True. Yeah, true.
Yes, like-
engineer
if-
is one term.
If we
It
have
is a-
clocks, if we have buildings, architects maybe a less anachronistic
Michelangelo, an
word,
engineer?
but he made a fucking helicopter. It didn't really
That's Da
work that
Vinci.
well. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay, that's what I was like. Are you talking about a different Ninja Turtle?
Yeah, look.
Ninja.
Yes. The famous engineer, Raphael.
Turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
A monk turtle. Anyways.
Yes.
It is an engineer, in a sense. A constructor class is one of the more advanced machines built. Its conception made several models down the line after I am. Its whole goal is to rebuild and reconstruct, and also fabricate things. It has all the blueprints in its programming. It just simply needs the resources. To say at least if it finds an ample supply of metal, either iron, titanium, or any sort, it can fabricate an entire base. And then, once it finds proper energy sources, it can then create proper cores, which then can be built into machines, other models.
So you're telling me that this one model, this one device, creature, entity, whatever, could potentially make as many fucking other machines and infrastructure as it can find metal?
That would be correct. It was denied initially as it being one of Project Eden's most secret and prized machines, where it would be deployed underneath an enemy and act as a beachhead, constructing essentially a base over time before then fabricating an army. Such a process, depending on how much resources it can find, can take several years,
Okay.
or even longer.
would you be able to tell us where? Because I think you can agree, Rizzo.
I do not know what it is.
Bad. That's bad, right, Rizzo? We can agree on that? Bad?
If one of these machines has already caused problems, if there's a lot more that can simply be created, I would consider that to be one of the greatest threats out there.
I mean, the people who built you are real good at your job. That one hunter-killer, like, kicked our asses, and we barely managed to kill it.
The hunter-killer is merely it's the first model created. Its whole goal is simply to seek down wanted targets or to suppress populations.
Oh, so you're telling me that's, like, the worst one?
It is not.
The
In
worst
fact,
one
it
as
is one of the more... It is up front.
the worst constructed one.
Like the
least.
weakest. Like
There are
least
multitudes
dangerous.
of others that are gravely worse than the hunter-killer. The hunter-killer was merely a unit meant to be mass-produced.
Okay, so it's like it's an infantry then, like a,
In a way,
rank
yes.
and, is it like rank and file? That's what you guys think a rank and file is? Something with 4
Essentially.
fire. Okay, that's okay. So
However, the hunter-killer was more designed to hunt in rural areas or places where there's a lot more cover. There are other
Cover,
machines
the thing
that
is
are more...
12 feet tall. Wait, it was bigger than that.
it
The
was
environments that we came from are vastly different from yours.
yeah.
My world has many buildings that tower over mountains, some of which even reach the clouds.
Neat
Okay.
balls.
Yeah. All right.
Regardless, the hunter-killer is the least threatening. There are many others who utilize weapons that can strike those from great distances, and also
Cool.
can melt solid walls.
Okay. So yeah, Rizzo, imagine if someone like came up to you and showed you like a fucking iron golem, but with like 2 giant great axes, and was like, "This is our scout. This is our forward troop." And imagine what they have as their actual army. It's bad. It's that bad. It's bad, right? Okay. Can you give us any leads on where that might be?
I do not. I have been
All right.
around for over 900 years, and I have not found any connection, except for
All right.
one. But that was already a decommissioned model.
All right. Fair.
Keep in mind, my ultimate goal was to obtain information about this world, so I did not necessarily look for my own. That was not
Okay.
my objective.
All right. Okay. So what we've learned today, Buddy looks really cool. And there's another thing on this continent that's super dangerous and can kill a whole bunch of people. Good. Good day.
There are more than that exist. Keep in mind, and it's not just a threat from my world.
All right. This we're adding to the list. It's very long. It's getting longer by the day.
A great deal of that list, I should add, are creations made by Elnok, the Lifesmith.
Yeah. No. We fought one of those. It was bad. And wait a minute. It can't hurt. It couldn't hurt. You're not alive. Let's keep that in mind. Okay. Well, today's been a real, soul searchy day. So I think
You can't even get drunk.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like we're all closer for this now. We've opened up a bit. We know a lot about each other.
I'm horrified.
I have, if we're all opening up, I'll open up. I have a crippling phobia of pigs. It's a weird thing.
Understandable. You know what? I respect you for that.
And we're out here looking for a plant that tastes like pork.
Oh, look, it's like,
Hey, kill the pigs and it's fine.
no, like look, I understand that it's irrational. It's a whole thing. Like if you people like spiders aren't dangerous, really, but people are still scared of them because they're freaky. I think pigs are freaky. I just don't. They're weird. They're weird. I don't like them. I don't want to I'll keep a safe distance from them. They'll be like a fence. I'll be okay with that. I just don't like if the plan is to wrestle a pig into a plant somehow. I'm not going to do that.
What you refer to
Understandably.
is swinophobia, an irrational fear of pigs.
Thank you. Yes. So, I'm gonna look between fucking Squid Man and Robot Man. So what now?
That is
Yeah,
an
what
excellent
do we
question.
do?
We're going
I guess-
south.
This is when Rizzo just puts the middle plate on his face, and then then he just mutters an incantation. And then he looks a little bit more human underneath that visage.
We were going south to whatever country
Yeah.
is south, and I forgot why.
That
I mean,
would
we-
be
we-
Margrasia,
Yeah, we're
land
going
of
to
the
Margrasia.
dwarves.
We were going there literally for the fuck of it. and we just happened on all this bullshit on the way. Like, the entire thing was like, wait, which of these 3 countries do we want to, like, just fuck around in? And we came to the agreement that Underdark sounds like fun.
So you're heading to Margracia.
We're adventurers. We're adventuring. That's...
Of course. And of course, adventurers seem to encounter the most interesting of things.
Really
even when
is
you're
that
not
way.
looking for it.
Well, we got a bunch of
Unfortunately.
information that I have no idea what to do with.
Yes. I mean... Yeah, that's fair. Me too.
You notice that Buddy, his skin starts shifting again, and body starts changing color. And then after a bit, the Buddy you know, or at least you initially came to know, takes his place.
Welcome back, buddy.
He never left. But then
No.
again, I'm not sober. I'm too sober for this.
Nah.
So,
Shut the fuck up, you natural 20.
he's just pretending to be drunk.
Roll
It's his own
performance,
way. It's his
fucker.
way to cope.
I'm not even there.
Anyways, I do not have any objectives, but since this is an interesting predicament to you, I hope you don't mind if I stay, if you're willing to allow me to. That is when Rizzo will look at him, still kind of uncertain.
You did reveal all this information, so I guess I don't see a reason to decline. Especially since, with your expertise, there's a lot of uses I can obtain. And having been recently informed about this threat, both you,
He looks at Akaz.
and then you,
Hi.
there's a lot I can have, and I'm not on you to discover. So yes, you can stay.
Oh, then he looks at you guys.
If you're heading to Margracia, I will not stop you. In fact, I can help provide you with a direct path that should at least encounter the least resistance.
Nice.
And also give you a heads up. At Margracia, I don't know not too much about what's going on there, since I've been more focused on what's going on here. But from what the travelers have mentioned while passing through our town, there's been issues with the Underdark. Issues that there are none. You see, where I came from, it was a hidden entrance that you had to fight tooth and nail to get through. But none of the inhabitants would leave. But if there's issues now, it either means that those dwarves dug too deep, or something else is causing an issue with the inhabitants.
They are wont to do that, aren't they?
Balrog. They
The
found a
dwarves are stubborn and tenacious. A rather dangerous combination.
Yes, indeed.
But there's not much I can tell to assist. But there is a name I can point you towards. You can find them. At least give you a friendly face in a unfamiliar land, which I assume you didn't really have the luxury for in the beginning when you
No.
entered Shador. If that's where you initially came from.
Long story short, yeah.
It's a dwarf and halfling duo.
Biggs and Wedge.
They run a tavern, which is where I initially encountered them with Dreshard.
This is in Margracia.
Correct. Specifically the capital, which is where this main issue is happening. The dwarf's name is Jacques Redrock. You can see him anywhere due to his bright red beard.
Red Rock?
Correct.
What was the first name?
Jock. Jock.
Jock Red Rock.
Mm-hmm.
You better not give him, God.
Give him a fucking
Nat
French
McFeagle.
accent. I dare you.
Don't give him a Nat McFeagle naming scheme, please.
The half
As for the halfling, his name is Seal O'Meal.
very convenient names. But they are a great duo.
Great.
Where are we going to Margratia again?
For the fuck
For
of it.
fun. Yeah, we're adventurers. We were adventuring. And there was a problem for us to get tangled into.
Wait, what was the problem they're having in the capital?
The issue with the Underdark. There's Underdark shenanigans going
Oh,
on.
Underdark
We were just
shenanigans,
reminded
alright.
of. We reminded of that.
Underdark shenanigans.
Yes.
You gotta write that down in his notes.
Yep. What was the country that you're from, Akaz?
It's next to Margrasia. It's Dylan? Wine? Cholula, thank you.
We definitely need to visit Cholula as well.
I mean, we're gonna be real close to it. That doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yep.
Been a few months. I've been on the road.
I want to talk to this family named...
Oh, that of course you're. So, is the plan do you want to befriend Zakala, or do you want to make her attack you so you can kill her legally? What is the plan?
So, is it the Fayfield family or is it the Toldresh family? Which one was her surname?
Fayfield.
Fayfield? Okay, so of House Toldresh? Toldresh? Is that what it was? Is that her house? I have Sakala Fayfield Toldresh of Cholula.
Yep, Toldrish.
Okay.
No, Toldrisesh.
That's her house?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that house.
In fact... Wait, did you say it out loud about Sakala Fayfield? Or
Sure,
are you just
why
talking
not? I just said yeah, and after we, adventure around Margrasia, we can go visit Cholula and see what this house blah 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 blah, blah that Sakala's from is all about.
Ah, the Toldrisesh house.
Yes. I'll let him say it.
Sakala's so-called surname, Fayfield. It is not her true name.
Oh?
I mean, she is originally Sakala Toldrisesh. When the hell she's Fayfield? After all, it'd be very...
Yeah, she was banished, you say.
Oh, okay. So Fayfield is the name she picked up. She was originally Sakala Toldrisesh. Got it. That makes sense. I thought she was Sakala Fayfield of Toldrisesh. Never mind.
So we need to go there and then tell her family that she is now the proud owner of a ham shop.
Yes. She runs a
See
delicatessen.
how they react.
And then Acast will look at the camera like it's on The Office. It'll zoom in. Okay.
If you do go to Cholula...
Go on, tell me there's another member of the Black Token Society there. Go on, tell me.
Of course not. But there are family members associated.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Feather the Wing was originally from Cholula. As
I mean-
Sakala. To my knowledge, there isn't too much going on in Cholula, except perhaps another meeting by other various houses.
Does Cholula hate magic too, or are they okay with it?
I do magic directly in front of him. We all do this here. We're all druids. Not really. It's a
Cholula is a land that embraces its naturality.
druids. Whoa.
Druids. Fae. But then again,
Yes.
I should be explaining for your friend. But yes.
I'm
it's
right
fine.
here. Yes. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Ooh.
That's when the buddy would blink. Cholula. I have
Yes.
been there.
Ah. Did you like it?
It is a very natural place. I've never seen that many trees before.
nor were they so big.
Man, this Earth place must fucking suck. Not
The
any
most prominent
trees?
colors would be that of steel gray, and also multicolored lights.
Okay, so Buddy comes from like the fucking cyberpunk timeline, which actually makes sense, judging by his whole deal. I guess it's more sort of. Anyway,
Buddy comes
There
from
has
Blade
been a
Runner.
great deal of information I have obtained from Jaluda during my time there 500 years ago. Although such information may be outdated
Yeah.
now,
I was
except
about to
for the
say.
Fae folk that seem to continue to rule the council.
yeah,
And the elves. Elves are long-living.
they really are. Not fair, I say.
I did find some interesting legends, but such information will probably not be very relevant
Yes,
to what
yeah.
your objectives.
That's fair. We'll get into it later. I mean, hey, buddy. I like walk over to put my hand on his shoulder. You good? You feeling okay? Does it feel nice to get it out?
I do not feel any different than what I normally would,
Okay.
if that's what you're asking. I do not feel any health issues that you would normally experience.
No, I mean
Hey, Kaz,
like
you're talking to a golem.
like emotionally, like in your emotions.
Hey, Kaz.
Like
I do
you
not
feel-
have emotions.
Hey, Kaz.
Do you
I
feel
only
more?
I only think in logic.
Do you feel more comfortable?
Hey, Kaz,
like-
you're
like-
talking to a golem.
I do not experience signs of comfort.
Hey, Kaz, you're talking to
Okay.
a golem.
Yeah. Okay. You know we're gonna work on that.
I think I understand what you're referring to.
Ask him to divide 1 by
When
0.
one contains information for a long time, where they feel like they have to release it, but they cannot, so it feels bottled up and painful.
Exactly that.
I'm familiar with this. No,
Yes.
I do not experience such things.
All
Would
right.
it make you feel better if I said yes?
Yes.
I'm gonna call
I am
you
feeling
Johnny
better.
5 from now on.
Okay. All right. Nomi 5.
Nomi 5.
Yes, because everything's gnomes. So. John Gnome 5. That's better.
Regardless. Perhaps this will be the last time, or at least for a while, that we see each other. Do not get into prison again, because I will not be there to make it easy to break out.
Take that as a challenge, friend. That was easy mode last time. I gotta do it hard mode next time. That is sarcasm. I need to elaborate just in case.
I understand what sarcasm is. I have existed for over 900 years to understand various social norms.
All right.
Although-
making sure.
Although, I am still recalling such information after a while.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay.
That's when, Rizzo, or just like blink, shake his head. Anyways, if you need to rest, you're welcome to take a bed. Then you may leave wherever you wish. Be sure to let Risha know. She will take you to the other exit. And that is when he would brush past you guys and re-enter this room.
Okay. There he goes. Hi. We've had an interesting day, friend.
I'm gonna come over to this person really fast, summon morning, and just say, Pact of the Blade, look into it, and then walk off.
I want to go sleep so that way tomorrow I can go get drunk.
Oh, that's fair. Actually, hey, real quick. The answer's probably going to be no, but buddy, do you have any... You said that the constructor unit was an engineer. Do you have any engineering know-how, or are you just stealth like a chameleon?
My primary objective is espionage.
Okay.
However, I have picked up engineering information due to my existence, but
Alright.
it is not something I specialize in.
Okay. I pick up my orb. One of the logs in this thing is corrupted. It said damaged, broken in some way. Can you fix that?
I can look at it, but I cannot promise that it will be fixed.
All right. Actually, along those same lines, do you think you could use this to communicate with other things like you?
It is a
You-
log paper.
Okay, so it's just a record. It's not an
Think of-
actual way to communicate.
Think of it as a diary or journal. However,
Ah.
it is as a diary that receives its entries from far away.
Okay.
Whenever
I mean, it would-
a person writes in it, this thing would basically update or obtain this entry as well. However, since there's been no connection established. In fact, I suspect that's maybe the reason why that entry is corrupted. due to the fact that the connection was severed just as it was uploading. But I
that
can
would
still
make
try to
sense.
see if it's fixed, but I cannot guarantee.
Well, I mean, if it's possible for this piece of technology to be used to maybe communicate with you, or to try and communicate with other technology that
It could be
come from your world.
repurposed, but it's not something I can do, however. It would require someone
Alright.
who's actually specialized in this technology.
All right. Well, I'll just keep it on me in that case. I wouldn't want to
Perhaps that would be the
inconvenience
best.
you.
That
If
and I
I-
cannot guarantee that I can put it back together.
Well, okay, I'll keep an eye out for some way I can fix that. More stuff. Maybe I'll try and contact you. You said you can get contacted. That'd be fun.
Perhaps. Although I must wish you one warning. Although I am sentient, that is due to my objective. As a chameleon model, my whole goal is to be as believably alive as possible, such is why I have an intelligence AI. In a way, I can think and act as you do, to the fact that I'm allowed to adapt. However, not other models are like this. Some of them are single-minded in their purpose. Or in the
Like the
constructor's
Hunter
case.
Killer.
Correct. The constructor model, however, is relatively as intelligent and advanced. However, it also has a singular purpose, to essentially construct and establish, and it will go against anything that will threaten its goal. So in other words, if you seek to stop it, it will try to kill you.
So what you're telling me is that it's as smart. It's as intelligent as we are, and is able to adapt and reason, but we can't reason with it.
That would be correct. And the only reason
Alright.
you can reason with me is due to my...
Yes.
You don't have
Objective.
any special deactivation stuff
Like yeah.
that
some
we
kind
can
of, like-
say? Oh, we use
And a-
magic words
and a-
around here. What do you use?
There are emergency shutouts for some models, but as Project Eden's, currently we have not been designed with such. Or at least those who have been sent here, simply to prevent others from deactivating us in case we would be needed.
Ha!
Such as
well,
to be
God
betrayed.
damn it!
Well,
I
you
believe
believe-
him.
we have the classic fucking shutdown button of blow it up. A fucking throw Swole at it.
I
Your
don't
ideal
think I've
situation to
rolled
shut
over
it
a
off is to
10
destroy
this
it.
entire time.
We just fucking.
Except that one time you rolled with... No, you didn't even roll advantage. That was Athenia.
Fucking throw Swobo in there. And just let him, like, gum up the gears with his rage.
That is one way to do it.
Okay. We can bring him back to life.
But yes, if you encounter any other models, the only
Okay.
recommended course of action I can see is to treat them with open hostility.
Fair.
They cannot be repurposed. They already have their goal, and only my creators can repurpose.
Okay. So is one of our friends has the hunter killer and she's trying to do stuff with it. Is that like just fruitless?
Now, she can experiment all she wants, if that is what you're describing. But if she were to manage to put it back together and turn it on, it would then follow through its main objective, which is to
Alright.
seek out and suppress. And if she were to deem it a threat to it, it will try to destroy her.
Yeah,
Okay,
she's
well-
pretty threatening.
Yeah. Okay, well, it's good to know that Zakala's not going to create a mech suit and kill everybody. Anyway, let's go.
Mech suit. That is not. There are mech suits that exist, but they do not exist with these machines. You cannot take an existing model and repurpose it like
Okay.
that.
Okay. All right. I know. It's good. It's good to know. You see, it's a peace of mind. That's one less thing to worry about. Is Mecha Zakala. We don't have to worry about Mecha Zakala, so now we can leave.
Mecha Zakala can't hurt you. She's not here.
Make it
Exactly.
Zakala.
No. She has brain spiders and a giant minigun.
All right. So, so are you guys gonna leave, or are you gonna go take a long rest?
I say we should at least spend the night here. Take advantage of these people's hospitality.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah.
So you guys will climb up bed, I guess, assuming that's what you do. Although knowing,
I will
Stay
sleep. I
kids.
will find a nice, comfy bitch.
I'll be
Outside.
passed out on the table when you guys walk upstairs.
yeah. So, yeah, there's festivities going up above. Down here is a little bit more quaint, a little bit more tense due to the fact that some things have been revealed that some people are uncomfortable about.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you guys take a long rest. I will point this out. Akez and Paxi, you both get an extremely surprisingly well-rested sleep. No presence, no threat of something chasing you guys or stalking you guys. Seems like you guys hit a eye of the storm in a way.
I mean, we were told that Rizzo had taken extreme measures to keep this place safe, so he probably has some kind of barriers up. He is. I mean, mind flayers are very powerful creatures, and he's probably like at least fucking 10th level.
Yep. So, you guys get a long rest, not like you really needed it, but you just staved off exhaustion.
It's important.
When you guys wake up, you can see just basically Risha standing by. And Rizzo and Buddy are both having a very in-depth conversation. When you guys wake up, the hooded figure would look at you guys and just give a nod.
You're not a illithid as well, are you?
She shakes her head.
Are you interested in my spear? I say non-sexually.
At first she like looks down a little bit. It just tilts her head.
I show her Morning the spear.
You just hear Morning go, "Well, hello there."
Morning. Would you fancy having a chat with one of our new friends?
If you're comfortable with it. Because I don't mind.
I think you should probably ask the NPC first before you give it the talking stick.
Fair warning. She talks to you in your head. And
she nods her head a couple times.
I hold out the spear.
She reaches out and grabs it with a gloved hand. And she freezes. But it seems to relax a little pretty quickly.
She's probably used to it.
Now, I can only talk to Morning verbally. And apparently it requires further firmware updates for me able to talk to Morning mentally. So right now this is a one-sided conversation.
Yep. She would just stare at the spear. Every now and then you would see her nod, shake her head, tilt to the other side, and just stare. And after a bit, she nods her head one last time, and then gives it back to you.
Making friends.
And you just hear Morning say, "Oh, that was an interesting experience of 21 questions."
Well, it's not every day I get to show you off to people that I can sort of trust.
Well, honestly, for her, I should say you should not be trusting her, but she's friendly and on our side, so I guess it counts. I did not get much information out of her because, doesn't speak. But she seems to be an acquaintance of Rizzo, or at least for a long time. Can't speak due to some sort of condition. But I did ask about Rizzo's association, and seems to have some sort of psionic capabilities, although limited. Seems like her experience with the Underdark. By the way, she's a very friendly girl.
Neat.
Good. Neat.
Wait.
Good talk.
I turned her. Are you what's the politically correct term for dark elf? Drow.
Drow.
Would you be a drow?
She would pause for a bit. And then she'd slowly nod her head.
Oh, neat.
Some of my best friends are drow.
Yeah. I was like, I got stabbed in the chest by a drow. Then he helped us defeat a cult. Do you know Dressured?
She slowly nods her head.
Are you related to Dressured?
That's got to be racist.
No, I was about to say, like, me and Athenia are over here, and like, okay, at what point does it become racism? Like, when should we?
She just like tilts her head side to side.
Because like, I can at any point turn him into a fish to make him shut up.
Like, her reaction is basically, bitch.
Yes. Wait a minute. Oh,
I mean,
hey.
it's not... Okay, we've run into a total of two people in total who have come from the Underdark, and they know each other.
I mean, they're related.
Yeah.
Like, Athenia, like, I'm gonna give this to you. You're the one who's, like, super about rules and order and stuff. If you think he's going too far, fish.
Yeah, so, Paxi, I should really back off on the subject in regards to that. While there may be a small coincidence like that, that is
How
really,
cool
really
would it be
rude.
if I could go next time I saw Dressured? Hey, Dressured, we met your sister, cousin, roommate, whatever.
Yeah, that's gotta be
That's
really
what she
racist.
did. Like with her hands.
I don't know
Like-
how to interpret that.
That's what she just
I'm gonna try to see
does
if I have a...
this. You can hear a sigh. Then she goes, pulls out some paper.
She's about to draw
Wow.
a full-on fucking family tree right now. You wait.
She has... Taxi, she has to literally spell it out for you.
Hold on.
She starts drawing slowly. Seems like she's very unfamiliar with the common alphabet.
Oh, I don't... Hey... I speak Elvish. You can write it in Elvish if you're better at Elvish. I don't speak Undercommon, though.
Then
That's
you see
unfortunate.
this. And common.
Cousin of Dresser. See? See? Related. Called it
Dresser.
Dresser.
Look.
Can
Okay.
I?
bet it's a funny
So
thing.
racist.
I mean, look.
What?
Just because you're right, Packy, doesn't make it not racist. I'm a level with
Yeah.
you.
Look,
I mean,
the,
you
the
have
amount of
horns, like-
coincidences that we run into on a daily basis is ridiculously high. I'm going to
It is-
chance everything.
It is almost like we live in a situation that is actively orchestrated to be compelling and interesting from a narrativistic perspective. But that can't be how life works. Anyway, I'm gonna go over here.
It's
Hello
the
there,
Force.
fellow. Hello there, fellow fictional characters. How is your pattern narrative awakening going?
Are you all related?
Yes. Are you guys cousins? Anyway, cousins, let's just go bowling. Anyway, it's a joke. Anyway, bye.
I am not related to anything. Unless that was a joke.
Actually,
I'm just gonna
I
ask,
would.
did you leave the Underdark with Drescher at the same time or separately? You know what, just
She wrote more things down. She wrote more
She
things
shakes.
down.
She shakes her head.
not at the same time. Oh. Alright.
Actually, I personally, buddy, would make an argument that you are related to other machines like you. Like, it's a bit, like, relativistic, but I would say if there's other chameleon classes, I would say they're like your cousins or your siblings. I would argue that.
That is what would describe it.
Okay, how do you spell this girl's name again?
You haven't been told her name. Actually, we haven't told her
Yeah,
name.
yeah, we absolutely have.
Risha. Risha.
I'm gonna go up and tell her again. I read Elvish, if that's easier for you. Also, give like a nod your head yes if you want me to make him go away.
She shrugs.
Okay.
Oh, make him go away? Okay.
Hold on. Okay. Risha, we have a whole list of things that we're constantly on the lookout for people that we've met before. What is something that we should keep a lookout for you? It could be a plant that tastes like ham, or
I'm gonna go talk with the people that aren't idiots now. Bye.
Yeah, she stops.
I'm going up with Swolbo and going to get not drunk.
He's gonna be even less drunk around you.
it can be rare crafting materials that you can hit with a hammer.
At first she seemed kind of confused. Then she starts slowly nodding her head, and then she starts writing crudely on the back of the paper now, because she's using big letters.
I reiterate, I read Elvish. If you write Elvish, I can read that better. You're clearly...
No, then she stops and looks at you.
Yeah.
Then she starts nodding her head, takes the paper, crumbles it up.
Assuming Drow and Elves both speak the same language is racist.
No, it's not. Everyone knows that there is one common Elvish language, and it has different regional dialects. But I know enough Elvish. Like,
Wait.
yes, High Elves and Drow technically have
she threw away the paper. What's she doing?
She's writing in Elvish.
She starts writing in a much smaller and a much more eloquent-looking language, which AKS recognizes as Elvish.
Thank you. I'm sorry about... I say in Elvish. I'm sorry about him. He's too curious for his own good.
She lets out a sound that almost sounds like a chuckle,
Okay.
but she starts nodding her head.
Come on, what's her side quest? Collect 300 moon lilies scattered across the continent.
I want to know this from the perspective of not Paxi, but Dane. Like, what do you want to get? Do you just want to...
I am literally collecting side quests.
That is... you know what?
Hell
That's
yeah.
a valid way to play this game. One thing I enjoy and miss greatly is Spider's Bite, a delicious liquor
Holy fuck, hold on.
made by the Drow.
Wait, Drescher mentioned that. I have that.
Yes, no, you haven't. He hasn't given it to us. He's just mentioned that is an alcoholic beverage he likes.
But that's something that he likes, and I wrote that down.
Exactly. I mean, yes, she also enjoys Spider's Bite. I would assume it's somewhat popular, seeing as it's apparently good.
Yeah, only priestesses.
She writes more.
Yeah, only Drow priestesses can make it. He didn't exactly describe it as delicious, but
I mean, the fact that it's that Drescher had a positive opinion about something, rather than being vaguely disgruntled, shows that it has to be good.
See, during ceremonies.
I'm reading this out loud. Only Drow priestesses can make it, and it is so. So does it? I ask her this. So is it like just yes or no? Is it like a specifically a religious thing, or is it just like a luxury? That's not a yes or no question.
She shrugs.
It's a ceremonial drink.
Okay, is it specifically a religious thing? Yes or no? Okay. I feel bad. I really wish I could talk to people in their brain. It would make this a lot easier. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
we got some. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind. If we manage to have some kind of epic.
So she stops with your hand, and then she quickly starts writing.
Is it gonna be don't do that? Don't fuck with the spiders.
I mean,
you'll get eaten by driders. I don't want to be eaten by a drider. Actually, I can don't go out of your way for it since it's dangerous. It's kept in the Temple of Lolth. Okay. I mean, you never know. Maybe the priestesses of Lolth will be like it'll be like a whole chain thing. They'll be like, hey, we really need you to kill fucking this really annoying fucking guy called Frank who keeps coming around, and we kill him, and he ends up being a demon. Once we kill Frank,
I'm gonna reason with you here, Risa. We have two things on our list of things to do: find a plant that tastes like ham, and get Spider's Bite.
Look, we have very strange priorities here. I'm gonna level with you.
Well, it's a good thing nobody here is male, and on that note, I leave.
Exactly. I go this way.
She grabs her shoulder, Akis.
And I turn around the other way. That's not how you leave. Hi. Hello there. Yes.
I want to just gaslight her into believing that we're all female.
I don't think you fully understand how gaslighting works, because you have to fucking, like, present a realistic, oh, all of us or just me specifically?
That's why she just does
Okay.
this.
Yeah, alright. That's fair. I accept that. I do the thing where I put my 2 fingers in. I can't do it in real life, but I do the finger whistle, it's really loud. Yeah, like, get everyone's attention, like, hey, we all need to be escorted out of here, you
okay.
fucking dingus. Let's go.
That's when she looks at you, Paxi, looks down again, and just like,
I really
Like
wish
he-
I had Mask of Many Faces. God damn it.
Look, one of you is enough to deal with. We don't need you to develop multiple personalities.
Well, actually, my backstory does give me the ability, with time, I can put on any disguise.
Do you have proficiency in a disguise kit?
Just,
Because if so, that's fucking horrifying.
it's charlatan, feature, false identity. I can create any false identity I damn well please, if given enough time.
Okay.
And I can falsify any documents that I have seen.
Oh, this is okay. This is the all right. There's more than one exit. I remember now. Hey, buddy, you be good, okay?
he just looks at you. He just, I will try.
Take care of yourself.
There is a wall there, guys.
But you're the one going there.
Yes.
Wait, are we going in the sewer? This way?
Oh, we have to fucking walk.
Oh, that's
fair.
right. We're leaving a different way.
Yes, we're leaving a super secret. Oh, it's a cave. It's always a cave,
We're just gonna
isn't it,
assume we went and got drunk Swolbo and...
No, we have to get him the long way around.
No.
Oh, or did they just throw his drunk corpse down the fucking chute?
Basically, someone would come up from the surface, give the bartender, Al, a little message, and then he would like, well, Swobo, I am glad to have you drink me out of my business, but it seems like your companions need you.
Just want him to
Something
just,
about-
like, shoot up straight. One alcohol!
No, that's mine.
My snoring stops.
But don't
Downstairs.
worry. They just gives you one last drink in a water skin for the trip.
Oh,
And another, he gives you another for your alcoholic friend as well. Also, by the way, that homemade moonshine was great as fuck.
Good.
Anyways, so with that, Risha would escort you guys down a long cave. Which, when you guys eventually leave, go through this winding path, pure dark, lots of other paths that seem to go in different directions. And eventually, she leads you guys outside. So, you guys were right here.
Yes.
Now, you guys are a little ways right here.
But our cart, though.
But that is a good question. You would then, after a bit, find someone riding the cart.
Cool. Thanks, NPC Johnson.
Actually, it's Jonah.
Okay.
And
NPC
then
Jonah, thank you.
and they would drop the cart off and then just continue on this direction towards
Okay.
back towards the main road.
All right. Let's fucking go.
Risha would then just give you guys a handshake and a firm nod.
All right. I return
As
the
if to- as if to
handshake
say
and the firm
good
nod.
luck. And then,
Likewise to you too.
and you guys would then embark.
Okay.
Which is
I'm
what
assuming
we
at
would
some
drop
point.
off.
I'm assuming at some point we were given like instructions on how to avoid the patrols.
No, that is true. It is simply to follow the river.
Okay, follow the river.
So you guys would go to this river and just follow
Yep.
along. The most you would encounter would be merchant ships from Storglen.
Okay.
And
Well.
there's not, and most of the traffic of the spell hunters is Storglen itself, investigating people that leave and go.
Okay, well, good for us. Let's go, team, and we start the travel montage.
And you guys, well, this is probably where we end the session.
Yes. Good job, team. No one died.
Yet.
We have friends. All of them have tentacles.
And a lot of that would not have been revealed if you did not ask about the whole information thing involving Project Eden.
Look. Why do you think I keep these things close to my chest? To pull it out at the perfect reveal. Be like, haha, you're a robot. Here's the robot orb. The orb of detect robot. Also, we now know. See, good job on me for being like, I'm gonna go get some shit. There's shit in the woods. I'm gonna get some shit. Magic. Let's go. Stick. I got my fucking metal detector. Let's go. Oh yeah, good game, everybody.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Swolbo got to listen to a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, after the massive fighting you guys did the last few sessions,
I was gonna say,
Gotta
sometimes I
balance it out.
feel bad
Well,
that
could use a
Seth
break.
doesn't get to hit things.
we got to learn
well-
about things that you will be hitting soon.
Yeah.
Exactly. Imagine how much fun it'll be to hit like a fucking robot that's making other robots as we're hitting it. Exactly. Well, I have other engagements that I need to attend, so I will see you all in the future. Have a good
Okay,
day, everybody.
Good night.